Hello, hello. Welcome to Audio Addiction. If you are new here, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Brandon. I am the newest to K-pop, and of course, I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts and guides, Alex and Therese. How's it going?
We do our best.
Yep. We're
We
not much of a guide tonight, but we're here, we're ready to go.
I
doing our
actually did
best.
research because I realized like I've been listening to Xdinary Heroes for so long that I
Oh,
feel like
okay.
I should know
More.
all the things that I would normally know about a group I listen to this often. So
Hmm.
Okay.
and
Okay.
since they have a lot of content, they're a JYP group, if anyone didn't know. So
Hey.
I did make the playlist today. I didn't share it because I made it like literally yesterday or the day before. Um but I got all of their title tracks down. I got a few B-sides down that I like. Um but the songs slash music videos I chose
Hmm.
are because they are substantial, I guess, rather than if it was an animated music video or a fan performance. I didn't include those. I just went with like the official releases. So
It's fair.
Okay.
yeah.
I my I guess experience with them going is when I was looking up the playlist you made and like some of the other stuff, I've seen a handful of their videos and have heard a handful of their songs, but mostly like in passing.
Oh,
Not really like an active listener.
Yeah.
And also I want to touch on the reason, if you're watching this, why we're covering Xdinary Heroes is because we took a poll on YouTube that you can periodically find more polls on YouTube and
yeah.
in the Discord, and we survey the people to see what you guys want to see us cover the most. And in our K band survey poll, Xdinary Heroes definitely was the overall winner. If you So the way we do our polls is we take our vote percentage in the Discord and the vote percentage on YouTube, and I just essentially combine them.
Hmm. Okay.
That being said, join the Discord if you want to contribute more to the votes, because the votes in the Discord are way more heavily weighed.
Just
Um,
because we have a smaller sample size.
yes, so your vote in the Discord might add a couple percentage points, whereas your vote on YouTube will likely be like less than a percentage.
Hmm. Okay.
So just a little inside baseball to how the polls work, and if you want to have your a little bit of more influence on the polls. The other winners are Triple S as far as girl groups go, and Hypen for boy groups, and then we will probably redo the polls after that, or we'll move to the runner ups. Not entirely sure yet, but that is the
Yeah.
plan. It is Triple S this Wednesday, and then in Hypen next
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
That was partially my bad because I did mean to add CM Blue into that list of poll. I know that they're having a huge comeback and I'm super excited for them. Just missed the ball there. The runner up for this poll was QWER.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that's also someone we're super interested in.
Very nice.
For sure.
I guess my knowledge of Xnary here is the only thing that I've seen, and I think I did it on a chaos stream. Someone told me that I should listen to Xnary Heroes did a cover of uh Welcome to the Black Parade, which
Mhm.
if you
Hmm.
know my background, you would know that I am very familiar with that song. Uh so to me that was a cool introduction to them. I thought they sounded great. And also I've pretty much enjoyed I think pretty much every K-pop K-band group that we've covered so far, um, to
There's
varying extents.
hardly
But
any bad ones.
there's hardly any bad ones, so I feel like we're keeping the train a moving. So that's always fun. But yeah, very excited. We do love bands here. It is great. So yeah, that is probably my only precursor to Xnary Heroes. Other than
Okay.
that, so
And I'll
very
go
excited.
through our playlist and the uh research that I did beforehand, um,
Nice.
because I figured we should do a proper deep dive.
Sure.
So the playlist starts with Happy Death Day and then goes to Test Me, Strawberry Cake, Haircut, Freaking Bad, Good Enough, Break the Break, Pluto, No Matter, Little Things, Boy Comics, Love and Fear, and the final one is Instead. We try to only do like 13 songs because it ends up being super long, sleepy stream. Go past that. So obviously, I missed some B sides, but I do believe this is all of their title tracks to date. Xdinary Heroes himself is a band, rock band under JYP label or
Mhm.
JYP Entertainment. I believe it's under the same subsidiary as Day 6 or similar to. They're also JYP Entertainment. They have 6 members. They have two. They have wait, 2 guitarists, 1 drummer, a synthesist and keyboardist. Is that what you
Ooh.
say? Synthesizerists.
Since
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
close enough.
and a bassist. And I'm pretty sure they all sing, but you guys can correct me on that.
Ooh. Okay.
Some of them do rap. And they have been involved in writing, composing, and producing of their music. But their name Xdinary Heroes, it's like extraordinary heroes, and their little tagline is everyone is a hero or anyone can become a hero.
Well, nice.
They do have lore. There are lore
Okay.
videos.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
So like, how does the extraordinary hero and you can
Yeah,
become a
you
hero
can't be
tie
a
into the
group
band?
called Heroes without some lore, right?
Just a
So
little. Yeah.
we're not going to be watching the lore videos. I watch them so you guys don't have to.
If you want to
uh
link them, I'll watch them later.
yeah, they're short. There was
Okay.
some individual member videos that were kind of introducing the instruments they were going to play. But essentially what you learn pre-debut is there are these 6 dudes like in the room out and about. They're kind of just being dudes. They aren't playing music yet, but in their everyday lives, they find music. Like some guy took a lamp and started playing it like a bass. Some guy took out his skateboard and started playing it like a piano.
Nice.
Stuff like that. So they weren't like musicians until they got invited to the flat form. And this is written with the flat symbol form. Like a B
Interesting.
flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
So flat form is like an online app community something. I don't think it's real, but let me know if this is real. Because they put out a whole like video on how to enjoy Flatform with Xdinary Heroes, but I don't think it's a real platform that you can
Oh,
go onto.
that'd be sick.
Basically, it's like a rhythm community. I can't even say rhythm game because you essentially take your VR headset and you go into Flatform, and then you're able to create a band in that platform. So all of these 6 dudes are joining up in the platform to do their music, supposedly. So that's what we learn pre-debut.
Wish it was that easy. Just put your
Right?
VR
Okay.
headset on and
I
find
think
band members.
the tagline for Flatform was like, "We take your thoughts and turn them into music." I'm like, that'd be crazy, man.
Oh, I'd be
If
cooking.
only, right?
I'd be cooking all
I
the
wouldn't
time.
have to learn these stupid DAWs and MIDIs.
Oh, AI does that now.
Oh,
That's
right, right,
true.
right. I'm not
That's
using it
true.
right. You're right. I'm too old school, too analog.
Alex had
Uh,
some good ones. As Alex has showed me some of his AI creation songs, and
It's so
they're
stupid.
they're
I
It
have
hilarious.
is
wanted to use like the AI voice synthesizer, I guess, because I don't like hearing myself sing. So when I want to add vocals, I'm like, ugh. I'd rather get AI to sing it.
Oh my
um,
god.
but yeah, so I think that's everything we need to know to get into their first song, Happy Death Day.
Very cool. Also, if you
cool.
are been in the chat, I believe I fixed the chat, so we're all good now. So I spent a day figuring out the program I'm using, so we're all good.
Awesome.
Sophie, thanks for hanging out. They said, yes, I love Xdinary Heroes. Well, if you have any information, let us know. We'd love to know. We don't claim to know everything, so if you know more stuff about this than we do, we would be more than glad to take it on. So, but all right, cool. Let's get into Happy Death Day then.
예쁜 웃고 있지만 도무지 흥이 안 올라 다들 나 갇힌 것 같아 더분해 꽉 차있는 방 안 공허한 박수 소리에 촛불을 불어 Everybody missing a thing Celebration with no feeling 손끝 꺼진 뒤에도 지금과 같은 표정일까 Birthday, it's your birthday 터지는 폭죽 소리에 묻히는 노랫소리에 Worst day, it's your worst day 나지막히 들리는 광대의 웃음소리에 Remember day when I was hey 웃음 따윈 없어서 식탁 위에 말라 비틀어져버리게 옆에서 핏기 없는 입술로 웃고 있네 제 숨을 고르고서 하나 둘셋넷 도망치네 난 멀리 Everybody blesses me 1000 many less wish 조각 꺼진 뒤에도 모두 다 같은 표정일까 Birthday, it's my birthday 고요한 공간 속에 들리는 노랫소리 Worst day, it's my worst day I feel like 뭐가 좋은데 We're closer to this 차가운 진실이 Killing me Happy death day Happy birthday Like Happy death day Happy birthday I'm so sick of the face I'm so sick of the face Run for your life Run for your life I'm so sick of the face I'm so sick of the face Run for your life Run for your life
All right, cool. Well, that was Xdinary Heroes. Happy Death Day if you're hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate it.
Brandon, what did you think?
This
First
was,
Xdinary song.
this was very interesting. Like I said, my only introduction to Xdinary Heroes was that My Chem song. So, like, obviously, they kept very true to the original cover or the original song. But I feel like this one was very interesting in terms of like genre. Like I don't know if I can really put my like nose on exactly what genre they're trying to do. That like beginning verse feels very like punk kind of inspired a little bit, which I thought was interesting. Like the way that they use a lot more like power chords and like there's some like a little bit of like descending like almost minor melodies going on in the song that I thought was very interesting. It could be also chromatic as well too. Um, but I thought that was very interesting. And then that pre-chorus for whatever it is, it reminds me a lot of like Imagine Dragons, like something that they would do like in a pre-chorus. Like it's got this real kind of more expansive sort of like more rock sound, like arena rock sound that I feel like they kind of do in a lot more of their, I guess, more well-known songs. And then it goes back to that like kind of like punky sort of like minor-ish sort of tonality. So I feel like it doesn't really give me a good perspective on what I feel like what they're trying to do per se, but um I do find it interesting. Like I think the structural like the way that they kind of structured it out was very unique. I thought all the people who sing in Xdinary Heroes, I thought they had a different like vocal tonality that I think differentiated them. So I did enjoy that. I'm kind of mixed on this one, honestly. I thought I was probably gonna enjoy this one a little bit more, but maybe it's just like this is the first one, and I'm gonna have to get into some of the others. But it does leave me with some questions as in regards to like what genre they're gonna be doing next, because like I'm a little unsure. But that would probably be my only takeaway. I don't think it's the best song we'll probably hear tonight, but I would argue that I'd argue they've got the talent, so I'm gonna hope that we get some really, really insane work from them later on.
Alex?
I'm gonna hedge my bets here and say that I'm thinking this is probably the worst song we'll hear tonight.
Okay.
Um, I just don't. I'm not gonna be. I know this is the first song. Anyone who's watching because they're Xdinary Heroes fan, I'm not a hater. I'm not here to hate. Just gotta get that out there. I
The
like a lot of their
preface.
songs. I think it's not the debut for me. I think it sounds. If I had to like try to pinpoint what about it specifically I don't like, is that it's just a little too like K-pop loud for what is
Okay.
supposed to
Yeah.
be a rock band. Like I know they're like a K-pop, K-rock kind of. I know that's part of
They're in
the
the
band,
K-pop
right? They're in the
sphere just
K-pop sphere.
based on their like company
But
association. Yeah.
yeah, but like the way the song was structured and a lot of it was just like noise where it didn't need to be, and like the tra la la that
Oh
part I
god.
didn't like, and then the shouting in the chorus, like I didn't feel like we were getting any good singing. I didn't feel like the energy was really translating very well. It felt like the song was really the shifts from like verse 1 to verse 2 or like out of the chorus into verse 2, it felt really abrupt, like they were pausing the song, and it
Oh,
just
okay.
didn't feel like it was very cohesive.
So
That being said, I sorry, I know other Xdinary Hero songs, so I going into this, I know what they sound like and what members are capable of and like what I do like from them. So I think that inherently makes me a little more critical on this song because I've heard this before. I heard this debut when it came out. I was kind of excited
Oh.
for the new JYP band.
mhm.
So I remember I kind of had the same perspective on it. I think when it came out, um, as I do now. It's just it's a little. It's not for me.
Okay. I figured you guys would be lower on this song. So that's why I had you go first because I'm not as jaded about it as I might have been when I first heard it. I think this is the kind of music that we look at as millennials and we're like, is this what the kids like these days? So obviously we're coming from different perspectives, and if you didn't already know, we do honest reactions.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
um I will say definitely this is the base level of Xdinary Heroes. I think it is apparent that these teenage dudes wrote this song on their own. I don't need convincing. Uh, I think there's definitely room to grow, but hey, they put out something studio worthy, and I think it sold really well. It's one of their top viewed music videos, so it,
Okay.
it's obviously doing well. With the youth. But
Yeah.
this is solidly my least favorite song by them. I think it gets the point across. I think the clown makeup and the tra la 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 la, like it's kind of making fun of, I don't know, maybe K-pop or the K-pop sphere, and they're like trying to really differentiate themselves. Like, we are a rock band. This is our rock.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that to some degree, but I don't think it's as I don't feel like it's as poking holes into it as more like I don't know. I feel like rock music as a whole has always been like a counterculture like type
It
mentality,
is,
you
but
know.
they
So,
have to recognize that they're under a K-pop label.
yes,
Even if they're
understood.
under the same label as Day 6, it's still a K-pop label. Like, JYP will forever be associated with K-pop. So, especially when you look at Park Jin Young.
Yeah, yep.
But but I
Fair.
think it does come off a little bit satirical. And I think that's the charm of it, right? So, like, you don't have to take it seriously. It's kind of just like dudes coming together and making music. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the commitment to trying to put out something on their own. But
Okay,
yeah.
can I make a comparison?
Yeah,
Mhm.
go
Like, not
ahead.
a comparison, but like on that thought, and under the JYP label as well. Stray Kids released My Pace, which also had like a very like
Yes.
pokey, satirical, like na 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 na, like that thing.
Yeah, I love
And
that
it
one.
worked really well for them because they were established and people knew that like I think what that song was supposed to invoke.
Sure. Yeah.
Where I think for me at least, it doesn't work as an introduction.
Oh, I kind of agree with you there. I think this is a pretty rough debut. But since it did so well, I guess they hit a chord.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to completely dogpile the song. There are definitely like salvageable parts of it. There are parts that are really cool and like they clearly can sing and play, but you know, I
Yeah.
I just know that we're getting into better stuff. So
Oh, for sure.
I,
They're definitely gonna grow because this was 2 years ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it
yep.
was
right.
enough time that they've learned a few things since then.
I think I guess the only like the question that I had like getting out of the song was like I'm curious who they're influenced by because obviously I know they did cover by Chem and I keep bringing it up, but like I know that they are influenced by like obviously either the rock genre or that like umbrella of other artists within that space. So I think this song was like to me at least was like kind of like a we're gonna throw all of our influences into a blender but like not hit the blend button all the way so you still get like pieces of like certain influences where you're like okay I kind of see where they're getting at with this and like more of the like punky sort of like I guess more odd sounds. I'm kind of attributing it similarly to like a Green Day or like somebody like on that sort of side of the fence in terms of like punk music. And then like some of the more like rock elements obviously are borrowing from like, obviously more modern, more established like rock groups. So I mean I can kind of envision where they're kind of pulling from in terms of like artistry. I just feel like to me it's like okay, well now it's time to like put all of these things back into a blender, fully blend it, and then I imagine that's obviously maybe a little bit later on in their discography where they're like, okay, we get it, we know what we're trying to do, like, and then try to course correct. I'd imagine. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'd
so far
also be
solid.
curious who their influences are as well.
Okay. Uh, just some quick chats. Nullified, thanks for hanging out. They had said Xdinary Heroes do a lot of different types of rock. I like their debut song, but I can see why some people wouldn't like it. That's true. And Sophie kind of bounced off that as well. So, and then it says, No Fault also said Xdinary Heroes have gotten less K-pop sounding the longer they've been out. My theory is that they started off more as rock/K-pop hybrid to establish a fan base and themselves before going a certain direction. I wouldn't disagree with that.
I will say, like, they don't have a bunch of the same sounds as Day 6. They definitely went in their own direction, so I appreciate them for sticking to that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Well, I think we're gonna keep the train moving here. The next one we have is Test Me. So let's keep it going.
어디서도 볼 수 없었던 이상한 놈이 나야 남들이 하자고 하는 건 이상하게 흥미없지 부르지 마 I love it now 혹시 내가 뭔가 아쉬워 보이나 들어갈 그건 너의 걱정이나 하나 go Yes I'm 다들 웃을 때 웃지 못하는 걸 답은 정해져 있지만 잘해봐 You can test me
할 것 같아.
이보다 완벽할 수 있다면 날 데려가봐 이보다 재밌을 수 있다면 날 데려가봐
Oh my gosh.
주기적 골목 그 끝에서 방향을 틀어버려 높아뒤 없는 길 후디를 쓴 뒤 복잡한 주머니 뒤져고 장난 이어폰 내겨 가로등이 나의 스팟라이트 아무도 방해못해 my night 모두 다 똑같아 이 지금만 봐 따라오지 마 아침부터 밤새도록 나를 부리하는 다들 값을 하던 건 아마도 알아 go Yes I'm 다들 웃을 때 웃지 못하는 걸 답은 정해져 있지만 잘해봐 You can test me You don't understand me
All right.
이보다 완벽할 수 있다면 날 데려가봐 이보다 재밌을 수 있다면 날 데려가봐 두기를 가볍게 막고서 음악을 틀어버려 주기적 골목 그 끝에서 방향을 틀어버려 Staying outside by myself alone 세상이 날 빼고 돌아가도 Staying outside by myself alone 세상이 날 빼고 돌아가도 이보다 완벽할 수 있다면 널 데려가봐 이보다 재밌을 수 있다면 날 데려가봐 두기를 가볍게 막고서 음악을 틀어버려 저기 저 골목길 끝에서 방향을 틀어버려
Huh.
That was fun.
More lore.
More lore. Exactly. Yeah. Huh. All right, cool. Well, this was Xdinary Heroes Test Me on our playlist. Track number 2. Let's go. Very nice. I guess I'll go first again. This one I like a lot more. I think the vibe immediately you knew what they were going for. I feel like it's clear, concise. I think they did a great job. Um, I got to give a shout outs to not only the bass playing because the bass work on the song was really really fun and really groovy, but I got to give a shout outs to whoever their drummer is. I love their drummer. I think he was the one who was just like absolutely carrying the song.
I got this.
I thought it was
Junio.
Junyun. Okay. Um, great. But overall, I thought they were really really cool. Um, is it Gunnyo? Okay, Gunnyo. He was fantastic. Just the way that he kind of transitioned. Um, I would say a good majority of the song, the way that he was just kind of transferring through different kind of rhythms. That pre-chorus section was really cool, where basically he's doing like a lot of tom work. I thought that was really nice, and I think it's incorporated really well. Um, and then as well as that, I think whoever had, I know someone in chat was saying about the uh, cotton candy hair, Guyon. His vocals and rapping was actually really good. I noticed like obviously he was doing the rap verse, but then like later on he's doing like the chorus, and I was like, man, he's also got great clean. He's also got great vocals as well. So I think kind of like the combination of those two things, I think he does really well. And then obviously playing guitar, I think that's super super impressive. And then it said Kaylee also says OD was rapping too. Okay, shout out to OD as well. He was great too. But I feel like they're all extremely talented. So I was very surprised at kind of like how much better this song comes together. And this one will probably be going on a playlist for sure. I enjoyed this one a lot. This was groovy, very fun.
I guess I will go next again. I like this song moderately more than the last one. It definitely feels more cohesive. It definitely feels like it has a theme sort of and sticks with it. It feels a lot more cohesive. I like um whatever that like melody is, that like repeating melody, that like
Do
ooh.
do do do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost sounds like it should be like a Ghostbusters movie
Yeah.
soundtrack
Yeah.
or something. You know what I mean? It like has a very like
spooky,
Halloweeny
spooky
kind of
sort of vibe.
spooky
Yeah.
vibe to it. Which is really fun. It's a like a fun motif to be able to get like a theme like that through sonically. So that's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I think the vocals were definitely on point here. I'm a big Juyun fan, bassist. I think
Yeah.
both of his vocals and his bass playing. I think he's uh historically, as far as I know, their music been kind of like the guy I watch for typically. Um Agree the drums were very good in this. Um Definitely, like you said, like pushing the song pretty pretty much throughout the whole song. I don't know. Other than that, nothing. I don't think it's okay. I guess where I'll put it in my head is it's not going to be one of their top songs for me, but it's not
Not
down
the
there
what
with
down to the
Happy
bottom.
Death Day.
Sure, understood.
It's definitely like an enjoyable listen.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay. Therese, your thoughts?
Yeah, I love this one. I think it's fun. I think it's kind of like that bridge between rock and K-pop. I
Yeah.
think it could be the backing track to a heist movie. I think it's sick. They did a really good job with it, and I really like the music video. I mean, all of this company's music videos are always so much fun to watch. I really liked the guitar, and I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a guitar player. But
Maybe I
thankfully,
yeah.
I know a guitar player. But there's a part that is literally just like really fast plucking, like tick, 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 tick.
Okay,
Do you know
okay,
what I'm
okay.
talking about?
Yeah, he's kind of doing like a tremolo picking basically, which
Yeah,
is just like
I really like it.
yeah, yeah. That's sick.
I think
Okay.
it's fun. I think a lot of the guitar parts were really fun on this, and kind of set it apart from other heist songs because I feel like this was meant to be a heist song. They did a whole heist they heisted the win of the competition is
They did,
what
yeah.
they were doing. So yeah, I really liked that. I don't know specifically which guitarist was doing that. If anyone here knows, maybe a live performance would clear that up. But I actually haven't. I don't know the members. I only learned like yesterday who Juyun was, but I feel like he's the one that either grabs your eye or your ear more often.
Okay.
But that's the basis with the long hair. So checks out. Yeah, this is really fun. Good
Very
one.
nice. Nellified also gave us a little info, so appreciate it. They said the instrumentals for Test Me go insanely hard. And then it does look like Ganil went to Berklee College of Music, and Guyon used to follow Ganil's drumming YouTube channel before they even knew each other or became trainees. That's
That's so cute.
crazy. Also, shout outs to going to Berklee. That's insane. That's like a super prestigious music school. So very nice. And they also debuted when they were at least 18. So that is also
okay.
big W. So
I guess
love to-
still technically teenage, but not
rare-
really.
a rare,
A rare
occurrence.
W.
Yeah, rare
Wow.
W. Man, we just keep taking W's here. We love it. All right. Well,
I do have the instrumental for this saved. They have instrumentals for all
Oh.
of their title tracks on their albums.
very nice. I like to hear that. So keep it moving. This next one is Strawberry Cake. So let's keep it going. That synthesizer is so cool.
Oh, let me tell you story. 내가 아주 작을 때 의심 없이 믿었던 이야기. 거짓말하면 언젠간 꼭 탈이 난다고 넌 어린 내게 가르쳤었지. 잘 들어봐 이거 봐 멋진 환상 속에 날 가두고 넌 본심을 내뱉어 수수한 어린데 끈으로 묶어 꼭두각시처럼 뚝딱뚝딱 Strawberry cake sit down and fake 내 말은 안 설레 썩혀 난 빨래 Sweet candy liar 불바닥으로 달려 넌 이제 hero 될 대로 되었지 뭐 모두가 사랑하는 fairy tale 똑같은 결말로 또 내게 넌 뻔한 happy ending을 강요해 뻔한 사람이 되라고 해 너와 난 속아니 거짓말 날 웃게 하던 동화는 내 목을 조르고 자꾸 날 위선자로 만들어 난 가까스로 참고 있던 숨을 고르고 이 악몽에서 탈출할까 해 잘 들어봐 이것 봐 멋진 환상 속에 날 가두고 넌 본심을 내뱉어 수수한 어린데 끈으로 묶어 꼭두각시처럼 뚝딱뚝딱 Strawberry cake sit down and fake 내 말은 안 설레 썩혀 난 빨래 Sweet candy liar 불바닥으로 달려 넌 이제 hero 될 대로 되었지 뭐 모두가 사랑하는 fairy tale 똑같은 결말로 또 내게 넌 뻔한 happy ending을 강요해 뻔한 사람이 되라고 해 너와 난 속아니 거짓말 난 비슷하게 다 만들었지 꼭두각시처럼 살라고 해 내가 원하지 않는 나를 자꾸 너 만들어내 왜 뻔한 happy ending을 강요해 뻔한 사람이 되라고 해 No
All right.
뻔한 happy ending을 강요해 뻔한 사람이 되라고 해
All right, cool. I guess we have a little more. Sorry. Very interesting. Is there any significance
Necessary.
if chat knows any significance to the strawberry cake?
I mean,
As
maybe
usual.
that's the cake they had at their death day.
It could be, yeah. Could be. All right. Well, this was Strawberry Cake by Xdinary Heroes. If you're joining us live, very
I should have
nice.
mentioned Happy Death Day was a debut single, and then Test Me was the follow-up comeback, and Strawberry Cake is a B-side on that comeback.
Ah, very nice. Okay.
So
Huh.
this
Off
is
of their
more like
first,
a performance video then ish.
yeah, but this is their
Right.
first EP called Hello World. Fun.
It sounds interesting.
Cool.
I like it.
Call out to the nerds.
Well, I'll say it. Juyeon carried this song.
That's fair.
Half jokingly, obviously. I think there are several cool parts of this song. A lot of contributing factors. This is a fun song. I've never heard this before, by the way. This is one of I haven't heard most of the songs tonight, but this one I definitely haven't heard. I thought it was really fun. I didn't think the song was going to go in that direction, like a very stripped back, kind of like chill. I don't even know how you would classify it. I don't even know. I would be hesitant to call it a rock song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
For
could see where you're coming
I
from.
mean, I guess you could. I guess you could call it a rock song, but I would be hesitant to like. I don't know. I don't know how I would classify the genre, but either way, I thought
Glamour
the really
rock.
cool. Sure,
Strawberry rock.
Technically, all of them are glamour rock, right?
technically.
Technically, yeah.
I thought the whole like bass slide motif was really cool. Especially coming in on that first chorus where I think it was right in the first chorus where it was like the bass slide and then Juyeon's really high pitched vocals, and it was kind of just like drums, a little bit of keyboard and the bass, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's really clean. Like it just sounds like the perfect amount of instrumentation without sounding like too empty or without sounding like it's missing something. I also thought that the one guitarist who someone's gonna have to help me with the name, but he was playing keyboard in this.
Yes, I did notice that as well.
But until the guitar solo came up, and then he had a guitar and then ripped the guitar solo, I was like, "Ah, that's cool." Like alternating mid song is pretty cool to like have that ability. I didn't know the other guitarists played keys as well, so thought that was really cool. The dude with the
I'd assume it's this
not
one, right?
no. Oh wait, yeah, that is him, but he was on the other side in another shot.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
They switched sides at some point.
He
Yeah,
can
it was
actually teleport. That's also his superpower in Flatform.
It would make sense.
and Gaon, that's his name, right? The guy,
cotton
the other
candy.
the guitarist,
Cotton candy
main
guy.
Cotton
guitarist.
candy hair. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great too. His voice is great. Not too much guitar for like the most part of the song, but like his vocals when they came through were very very solid.
Okay.
I
Very
was also going to call out Gaon because I really liked, there was like a line he delivered that was like, it's like a fairy tale. And he switched his expression so fast. He's like, it's like a fairy tale. I was like, oh, that was sick. That was pretty sick. Faces matter, not just in dance.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, Julian impressed me the most. I don't think that's surprising. The vocals, the bassing, what do you call it? Bassing.
The base.
Yeah,
Basing.
basing. Yep,
Basing.
basing.
Yep. It's based.
Canoodling.
And yeah,
Someone said.
Canoodling.
Oh, each also reacted. That's awesome.
Hey,
Um,
Damn,
but
beat
yeah,
us to it.
I thought this was a solid follow up. I didn't mind the screaming as much when they were screaming in Happy Death Day. I think this was like an appropriate level of screaming that kind of made me want to scream with them. But it also gave me kind of like that anthemic beat, which was, I don't know, it brings out a lot more passion, I guess. So I think it's solid. I don't think it does more or less than it needs to.
cool. I guess for me, I enjoyed this song a lot. This one, weirdly enough, if I could kind of, I guess, put two and two together, this kind of gives me like if Purple Kiss was a band. Like if they're type of like spooky
Oh.
aura, like the way that they kind of go about that like more like darker like vibe, that kind of gave me that sort of feeling within this song, which again, I love Purple Kiss, so it's only a compliment. Um I would agree the bass work on this was great, and obviously his vocals were amazing as well too. I feel like I gotta triple down on that for everyone here, but I really enjoyed whoever is the keyboardist to the complete far left in this shot with the blonde hair. The synth work at the beginning was really sick. And I also enjoyed his vocals mixed into the song as well too. I think he does maybe like the second half of the chorus potentially. I thought his vocals were really cool. Jungsu, okay, cool. And it looks like Nullify. I gotta give. I was correct. Okay, so Jungsu did do the second half of the chorus. He sounded great. So I agree with you, Nullified. I also thought the guitar solo was really nice as well too. I like how it kind of matched like what I would imagine the vocal melody to be. So I think they like replaced his vocals. That I thought was really nice. And just kind of again was able to kind of insert itself in it that way. As well as that, I thought the song was very interesting. I'd love to go back and give this one a listen. I definitely feel like there are some things that I probably didn't really pick up on because there's a lot of different elements going on. But yeah, overall, I thought this was great. There was one thing that I think I appreciate about one of the vocal parts. I think it was also in the chorus as well. Uh, the way that they kind of like started out the vocal part and then it almost goes to like a major key, and then the next part of the chorus, it's not. I don't feel like they hit a major key. It's just kind of like right in the dead center. I thought that was very interesting, like the way that they kind of tonalized it a little bit. I thought that was really unique as well. But yeah, I enjoyed both of these songs off this release, so I'll probably have to go and give this one some love. But yeah, overall, I thought this was really sick. Kaylee says that Jun Han was the person who did the guitar solo, so shout outs to them. As another fellow guitar player, I salute you. So, very nice. This is great.
Sick.
And then as well as that, I think we. Oh, now if I gave me a comment on the, I don't believe strawberry cake has any specific meaning outside of it just being something that's sugary. At least nothing that's been revealed at any point. LOL. Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was a specific.
It's actually a joint collaboration with Itsy cake. It's a piece of cake. That was the featuring Itzy's cake
Hey, let's go.
on this song.
Luna says that this album was my most listened to album of that year. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Very cool. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, give me some B-sides to listen to. I always love checking them out after stream, so give me some good ones. But all right, cool. Well, we're gonna keep it moving here. The next one is Haircut. So this one's gonna be interesting. Let's go.
They look like they could use a haircut.
That is a hat.
Get a haircut. We are Xdinary heroes. 1, 2, 3. Don't wanna say 잘한다. 불안한 생각은 날 삼켜봐. 귓가에 맴도는 멜로디. 불켜두어도 어두컴컴한 밤 눈을 꿈꾸게 도 아닌 non-fit 변화를 추구하지만 여전히 변함없는 outfit I don't wanna destroy 정신없는 destroyer 나를 가는 검은 커튼 이 세상을 검은색으로 내 맘이 내 맘대로 왜 이지래 I gotta find the way out now 더 이상 미치고 싶지 거의 내고 싹 두번 잘라 싹 Welcome Get a haircut 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 이제 눈을 떠 뭐가 보이니 이전과는 다른 기운이 느껴져 잘려나간 순간 내 기억 go out 빛이 좋아 눈이 부셔 Welcome Get a haircut 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 Throw it out the side of fire Throw it out the top of fire Time to let it go Time to let it go So go on pick up the cutting out Get a haircut 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 Get a haircut
Police report. What did I say?
He just. I saw something about a fade. Can
Interesting.
we go back to the cell phone?
Yes, yes. I'll go back to the cell phone. Let me see. Your police report has been submitted for review. I would assume. Yeah. Okay. That's the last frame of it.
All right.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
This was an Xdinary Heroes haircut if you're joining us for the deep dive into the lore, apparently. They submitted a police report.
I would like to submit a police report on this chorus.
oh, God. What is Alex going to say?
Um,
Oh, no. What are you going to say, Alex?
I like the whole song if I ignore the chorus.
I could.
I don't know. Is that a crazy take? That can't be a
No,
crazy
no,
take.
no.
That can't be crazy.
There's no way that's a crazy take. It's so
Sophie's scared. You have to get.
No, I don't think I have anything crazy horrible to say.
No, I know.
Most of the song I really like. Especially the keyboardist with the light grayish hair. I
Jungsoon?
forget his name. Jungsoon, is that him?
Yeah, I believe so.
Jungsoon. His voice is really good in this. I think
Agreed.
there are several parts of this that are very good. The chorus to me, I don't know. It takes me out. It doesn't feel like it is catchy or makes me want to sing along to it or really does anything to me. It feels like it just is noise and it's just there.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like it's there more so to contribute to the concept of the song and less so to contribute to the song itself on its own. I don't know.
Okay, I think. Were you gonna say something else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Because I'm on the opposite of you.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
I am
think-
historically anti-drop. I am historically anti-drop, by the way, which
Right,
this
right.
is an anti-drop.
Okay.
So I think the chorus is sick. What I think it lacked was a proper pre-chorus. Because
Ah,
like I think the actual like little grace notes on the guitar, the dee, and then like dropping into get a haircut with like super heavy distortion. I think that's a sick filter, and I think it sounds so cool, especially like with all of the sort of minimalist rhythm going on behind it. But I don't know if the rest of the song is good enough for the chorus. That's where I sit. Like, it's not a bad song.
like
I
the first part
like.
of the chorus, or are you talking about the second part of the chorus, or the whole thing?
What do you mean? The
Well,
whole
there's like
thing.
parts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I
I'm
think
trying
I
to
like
clarify a point.
the post chorus where they start like getting into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that, but I think they
Same.
don't do the right build up to it. I
That's
think they
fair.
could have built
Okay.
up to it, not like heavier.
I know what you
don't
mean. An
know.
anti-drop needs to be clearly established as an anti-drop,
Right.
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
just
and the
missing, not like it's missing something. It needs to feel like it's a purposeful shift in instrumentation and shift in like energy.
right. It's not the right shift into that kind of energy, but I love the
Right.
energy of it. I think it's so kind of like punk, where it's literally a bunch of dudes like, you keep telling me to get a haircut, and I don't want to. Get a haircut. Get a haircut. Shut up. I'm not gonna get a haircut. Like, I think it's so intentional that I love it. But I don't know if the rest of the song makes that obvious.
They all have very well kept and manicured hair to
Yeah.
to be singing this song.
Until they put those
Like
horrible extensions on that
Oh,
poor
like the
dude.
braid. Oh my.
Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
hated the
I know
you
what you're
know
talking
they
about.
all spent an hour and a half in hair before filming this.
you know they did.
You
But
know they
also
did.
that could be like if their manager was like, you guys need to cut your hair before you next come back. They could have written this song for that.
We'll show him.
We'll
we're
show
gonna
him.
we're gonna get terrible haircuts. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I appreciate the energy. I think they
Okay.
could have delivered it differently. But I think the chorus itself is sick.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, most of the song I think was pretty interesting and fun. Like I thought the rap
Yeah.
was pretty good, and I thought a lot of the other instrumentation was fine. And the last chorus where they kind of like ramped it up a little bit and had some more like root vocals, I thought that was a good iteration of that chorus.
I agree. Yeah.
It was just the anti-drop that wasn't doing it for me.
I think I might be in the same camp as Alex. I did not like the anti-drop. You know what it reminded me of? And all of my nerds are gonna appreciate this one. It reminds me when you miss notes in Guitar Hero, and it's just like that, ding, 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 dong, ding, like that sort of shit. When you hear it, when you fuck up, that's what it reminds me
Yeah.
of. And I was just like, I don't know if it's just me. I have a little PTSD about that, so I was like, oh no, I'm not playing this song and I'm
It's
just watching
okay,
this.
Brandon.
But then
Everyone
the
I know
war
that sucks at
flashbacks.
Guitar Hero, everyone I know that sucks at Guitar Hero is good at actually playing the guitar. But
Okay,
everyone
thank you.
that sucks at playing the guitar is good at Guitar Hero. So you're
yeah.
good. You're good.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I was just like, my brain went into like World War II flashback moment of like messing up Through the Fire and the Flames on Guitar Hero 3,
Oh,
and I was like,
that one.
and I was like, damn, that
So much
hurts.
fun.
That hurts my soul.
Oh.
But beyond that nerd point, I think the song itself was very interesting. I love the latter half. That second chorus is really, really fun. And I do agree with Alex that like way that they kind of may have seemed full circle at the end. I thought that was really, really nice. I think I'm a Jungsu stan. I feel like that might be my bias because I really do love his vocals. I think he's super, super solid. And 2 songs thus far, he has stood out to me. So I really enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I think this one was very interesting. Definitely more like, and even like that first like anti-drop, it kind of gave me a little bit of like, oddly enough, like a jam band sort of feel to it. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well, where like they kind of just kind of grooved out, and I appreciate it. Maybe if I do give it more listens, I'll probably come around to it. But I would say like upon first listen, I'm like, okay, this is a little odd, and then you get into that like more upbeat, more faster pace part of the second, like the post chorus. So I was like, am I missing something? Like, is there a part of this song that just wasn't loaded into like the DAW, and they just were like, you know, it's too late. We're gonna have to send the song for final mix and final master.
They bounced it with one track missing
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
out of the file. Or
that's
something.
what something was missing. Yeah, something got lost in transfer, and they were like, it's too late. We gotta send it. We gotta send it. It's gotta go.
That could make it a little better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so
Just a little extra oomph.
just yeah.
But I did really like the use of the scissor sounds.
The scissor sounds was cool.
Yeah.
I will give them credit for that. I did like the homage to obviously getting your hair cut.
Cutting your hair.
Cutting your hair.
Even though they didn't do it like
Yeah, I love when I get my hair cut and I hear someone sharpening the scissors and then throwing them past my ears.
Hey,
but they didn't do it like Kokona did. They did not.
Yeah, true.
You
I was gonna
guys
say
could have
Kokona
been
or
actual
or since we were
hard.
talking JYP, like Ryujin walking in the bathroom of the club and cutting all her hair off. Or not all of it, but like cutting her blue hair,
right,
remember?
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. Alex's barber sweet time.
You would think with some of the haircuts I get.
I'm just upset because I thought they were gonna get haircuts and they did not.
Well, good luck. I hope these boys get a good haircut, but considering they have a solid haircut.
My personal anecdote about Guitar Hero is I used to go to like parties or friends' houses when you would just like rotate the Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah.
And like, you know, everyone would just take turns. And I was that guy who would every time just play Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria, which is almost a 7-minute song, and just piss everyone off.
Oh my god, you're the Wonderwall guy.
Yep.
Oh,
except like make Wonderwall 3 times as long.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair, that is a fantastic song, and if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it.
Yeah, I love Coheed and Cambria. It was less of a torture device and more of like, I just love Coheed and Cambria.
It is a fucking banger. So I'll give Alex a credit, but I swear to God, Alex, if I don't even know, I have World Tour and Guitar Hero 3, so I don't think it's on either one of those. But if it is, I'm gonna play it downstairs. So then you get to sit through 7 minutes of this shit. No. Anyway, cool. All
Everyone
right,
check out Superstar JYP. I don't actually know if Xdinary Heroes is on that. I haven't played in a long time, but I imagine they would be.
Let us know. Let us know. Somebody give us a little context. To be honest, haircuts probably symbolize something in Korean culture that just I don't know about.
Maybe.
Potentially. All right, cool. Casual Chameleon, thanks for hanging out. This song is actually about metaphorical haircuts, cutting out bad things in your life.
Oh my god, ask and you will be answered.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Let's go. Chatters are sick tonight. Let's go. All right. We're going to keep
Thanks
it
for
moving
joining.
here. We got Freaking Bad is the next one.
Let's go.
Let's go. Is it going to be Freaking Bad?
1, 2.
Can't stay. But I do know this one.
착한 척하지만 born to be bad 애써 찾아봤자 once I was that 나쁜 세상 속 제일 나쁜 놈 아직 한게 몰라 not yet 끝이 궁금해 what's the baddest 난 하나 둘씩 지워 gonna be the maddest I don't really care I'ma go my way 디비디 다비디 do freaking bad freaking good freaking mad freaking ever good 밀어내고 도망쳐도 stuck with you freaking bad freaking good freaking mad freaking ever good 잘라내고 털어내고 oh man I used to ready but I love it now I love it 내 안에 숨어 사는 게 작아도 답이 I love it 'cause you do.
Oh, that was a sick fill.
아닌 척하지만 born to be bad 애써 숨겨봤자 find it easy 나쁜 세상 속 제일 나쁜 놈 이제 알아 난 so bad so mad 모두 인정해 I'm the baddest. 난 하나 둘씩 치고 gonna be the maddest. I don't really care. I'm on my way. 디비디 다비디 두. Freaking bad, bad, freaking good, good, freaking mad, freaking bad burger. 밀어내고 도망쳐도 stop with you. Freaking bad, bad, freaking good, good, freaking mad, freaking bad burger. 잘라내고 털어내고 I'm mad.
Boy, does he look like SpongeBob?
My God. You do. Damn.
No anti-drops in this one.
Unless you count that really distorted sound they put into this song. All right, cool. Well, this was Freaking Bad by Xdinary Heroes. You're joining us. Thanks.
Okay, I think we mistook the phone for being their phone. It was someone else's phone that was reporting them to the police. I understand now.
Well, they should.
I was like,
especially
why are
after
they
this
in the
song.
police that they called? And then I also like how they managed to bring a police car big enough for them and their instruments. It's really kind of them.
That was sick. Yeah. I'm about it.
All right,
Uh,
I'll say it.
say it.
This song is freaking good.
Freaking
Uh,
good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that chorus. It's like they did. I feel like what they. I don't remember what song I criticized the opposite for, but I feel like this chorus is kind of a nonsense yelly chorus, right? In a similar sense, but it's like fun yelly nonsense in a very catchy
Right.
way,
Yeah.
and it's so easy to like yell along at a concert. Like probably super fun to just have the crowd yell. It's really easy to follow along with.
Yeah.
Yeah, catchy in a good way for sure. I think the instrumentation is really fun. That little like keyboard outro thing at the end was great. The guitar solo was nice.
Mm.
The vocals sound great here. Nothing feels like it's disconnected. Like the parts don't feel like disjointed or out of place. Everything feels like it has like flow to it, and the chorus doesn't feel like it's too slow for the rest of the song, or it doesn't feel like it's just I don't know. It feels very anthemic and fun, and it's cool. I saw people in chat saying this is like another. I don't know if people said controversial or like wishy-washy on this song. I'm surprised to hear
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Wow.
This is one of the first songs from them that I remember hearing be like, oh, this is really tight. This is cool.
It's because they missed the anti-drops.
It's fair, I guess.
Well, honestly, like the more I hear about like, oh, I love Happy Death Day, I love a haircut, and I'm like, I don't understand, but I support you. Like, I feel like there is a difference in age gap.
Probably.
There's gotta be.
Probably. Yeah. I wouldn't
Yeah.
disagree. You
Oh,
wanna
and
go
I love the
next?
wordplay. I love the
The
wordplay.
wordplay is
Oh, wordplay was
Yeah,
insane.
it's so funny.
Insane. Yeah.
So I remember that I watched Bangchan reviewing or like reacting to this song, and he was like, "If you seek it, YOU, oh FUCK." Why he was like, damn it, why didn't we use something like that? He's like, God, I'm so mad that they like thought this up and didn't tell me.
So smart.
Yeah,
You want to go next, Therese?
sure. Love it. Perfect. Excellent song. I don't think I've watched a lot of their music videos, so some of these shots, like there was that shot of who was it? Their lead guitarist,
Oh,
Junhan.
floating.
There's that shot of him flying in the air with his guitar
Oh,
solo, and
I'm
all
gonna
I could
go.
think of was that SpongeBob meme of him as like a wizard flying in the air playing the
Yeah.
guitar.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Because I don't think it was very well, like, he wasn't, I don't know. I think there's other ways they could have done that, but they literally had him on a line. Yeah, I'm a Koopa Goopa rock.
I got you. As soon as you said that, Therese, I was like, "Oh, this son of a bitch."
It's so funny. It's so funny. But it's it's got the point across. He's doing a sick ass guitar solo. He's got to be floating in the air.
Oh, he's
Um
definitely on a wire for sure. Yeah.
yeah. I liked the other effect they did when they crashed the police car and everyone kind of like went up and all of the instruments were floating.
Yeah, that was
It was
sick.
like slow
Yeah.
mo. That was
Slow-mo,
a
yeah.
really cool shot. I thought they could have done something like that for his, well, but then you got to see him like fretting and guitaring and let me make up more words for playing instruments I don't play.
No, you're good. You're right.
All
You're
that
right.
fretting.
You're correct.
That's real? You call
Yeah,
it fretting?
Well, I guess you just like. I mean, you are fretting, so you're not
Okay.
incorrect. Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, I really love it. I love the chorus. I love pretty much everything in the song. I think the solos pop off so well.
Oh, yeah.
If you're gonna do a song like this with more, I don't know, it's one of those choruses that is very obviously meant to sing along to. It's not meant to be like deep. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have
yeah.
some sick solos, and you gotta like really get into it musically, and they did that perfectly. I also wanted to shout out let's see, I know Juyeon, Junhan, Odi all worked on this song,
Oh. Okay.
along with someone called Kevin Opa and Young Won Hee and Sung Heejin. So
Oh.
shout outs to you guys. Awesome work.
Yeah. Shout outs.
And this is definitely one of my favorite. This is an album called Deadlock, and it's one of
Okay.
my favorites from last year. I added a bunch of stuff off this. Yeah.
Okay.
I would also personally like to request specifically in YouTube comments because they will disappear from Twitch chat.
They will. Yeah.
Recommendations for live stages if there are any like full live concerts or something to watch. Or like I don't know, it's live performances or something.
Yeah.
I feel
that'd be
like
sick.
I like listening to the studio tracks and the stuff, but I feel like I also would like to see them live and like
Perform.
see the performance energy and all that kind of stuff too. So I would like some recommendations of stuff to either check out on my own or maybe on another stream.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do have the No Matter live clip. But
Oh, cool.
I feel
All
like
right. I didn't know we had
I
any.
feel like the stages and the It's Live would also be good recommendations, because I was hoping like we gotta have at least one or two live songs. But they just have so many like official music video releases. I had to prioritize those.
Sure. I feel like there's probably not much else I could say about this song that hasn't already been spoken for already, but
Is it freaking bad?
it was freaking great. Probably so far my top contender right now. Just I think the musicality of this was just so much fun. You could just tell that they were all having like a great time, not only performing this, but also like the song itself is just very lively and fun. I thought the obviously the synth solo from OD was awesome, and then also Junhan guitar solo is ridiculous as well too. So Love that. This actually kind of gives me a little bit of like classic rock sort of feel to it. Like I guess maybe more so like in the writing, in the way that it's like kind of groovy in that aspect. So in the way that I kind of view it is, it almost gives me a little bit of nostalgia, because I really do love that vibe, and I grew up listening to a lot of classic rock because of my parents. So I think for me, it was like this was a cool kind of like counterpoint of not only obviously having a K band do something like this, but I think it also is like, oh, like there's some melodies that I'm like, oh, this kind of sounds familiar, even though I've never heard this before. So I thought that was really nice. I think rhythm wise, it kind of gives me a little bit of, I'm sure, like, again, some older people might understand this one, but like an Aerosmith, like ragdoll type vibe, which if you've listened to that song, let me know. But I really kind of got that sort of vibe, especially more so on the rhythm side of things. So I thought that was really, really sick. But yeah, this one's probably top contender. If this isn't in my top 3, I'll be very surprised. So I'm gonna hold myself with bated breath, but I would argue this would be probably up there for sure. So very nice. All right.
Yeah, so the
Therese.
next one we're getting into is a B-side off of the same album, and
Ooh.
I just learned tonight from chat that it was co-written by Gunil, the leader drummer, and Youngkay. I did not know
Ooh.
that it was written by Youngkay, but this is my favorite Xdinary Heroes song.
What a surprise. What a surprise, Therese.
You did.
Totally
You
unintentional.
You
I-
knew
I-
subconsciously.
I knew subconsciously for sure.
I'm glad we were live to have you. This is not a joke.
This is like back in the day when I was just getting into K-pop. I'm like, I want to check out more songs by other countries, and I find this sick like Spanish group singing this sick ass song. Come to find that it's just a cover of an EXO song. And I'm like, I'm back in K-pop again. Oh my gosh.
Man.
I thought I was branching out, listening to other music.
It'll always find you, Therese. I almost feel like when Therese found that out from chat, it was all I could just imagine the Curb Your Enthusiasm music playing in the background as she's figuring this out.
I'm like, do I even like Xdinary? Everything I know is a lie.
Oh my god.
Dang it, Brian.
Anyway, it's still a very good song.
Javanese says, "Good Enough" is based on a poem Gunil wrote while he was going to Berkeley and had his heart broken. Love when a celebrity can talk about their past romantic endeavors.
Wow.
Wow, damn, this one's
Getting
gonna hurt.
real.
My favorite Xdinary song in today's. Anyway, let's get into Good Enough. Don't worry, I'll put it in the thumbnail.
Climbing up to reach your land, never done. At the end I'm pulled away, chances gone. Is it gravity or ocean wind that always bring me back? Wanting you.
Ooh, that's nice.
Let's be true.
That's more Jiyeon. Jiyeon nonsense.
Just let me wait till you not wave goodbye. Let me stay by your side. 'Cause he's good enough. Yeah, he's good enough for me. Don't let me go back to darkness so blue. As long as I'm with you, I want nothing more, nothing more, nothing more. 'Cause it's good enough, good enough, good enough. Going back and forth and reaching for the place I know. It seems so far. Where you put your arms around my heart and keep me warm all through the night. It's not gravity or ocean wind that always bring me back wanting you. I'll be true. It's just you. Just let me wait till you now wave goodbye. Let me stay by your side. 'Cause he's good enough. Yeah, he's good enough for me. Don't let me go back to darkness so blue. As long as I'm with you, I want nothing more, nothing more, nothing more. 'Cause it's good enough, good enough, good You'll never find story of
Cool. All right.
Cool.
That was Xdinary Heroes Good Enough. Thanks for hanging. Wow. What a song.
What a vibe switch.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
complete
really.
lane change. I guess I'll go first. It does look like let me see. Wait, I did see a comment. Okay, Jamine says Junhan isn't in the video because of health reasons. So I wanted to point that out before I got into my piece. Man, this was incredible. I think like obviously expertly written. I think the arrangement of the song is like got this sort of great like ebb and flow to it, which I really enjoy. And then obviously giving you that sort of satisfaction at the end with having that very large, very anthemic, beautifully arranged chorus at the end. I think they really kind of sold it and took it home. So I love that. I gotta give a shout outs to all of their vocalists because the vocals of this song are absolutely insane. Some of the parts where like, and I don't know who specifically in which parts, but there was one of the vocalists that had this insane like vibrato to their vocals that I
That's
really
gotta be
appreciate.
Juyeon.
I think it's probably Juyeon, but
That's gotta. Where did they find this kid?
He-
Is what I want to know.
crazy vocals.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So Javin says that was Juyeon. Okay.
I knew it.
Credible vocals. But also as well as that, I think there were some really great moments where they switched from like chest voice to like falsetto tone, which is like very difficult and for them to do it pretty immediately and in that sort of tonality I thought was insane. So I think not only is this a song I think instrumentally flexing, but I feel like vocally as well is an incredible flex as well too. And I would argue that amongst the songs that we have listened to already and the ones that we will listen to, I think this one, at least to me, is probably the most vocal flexing that we'll probably hear. I mean, I'd be very surprised if there's another song on this playlist that's. I would say there's got to be at least
Never
one more
say
song.
that this early.
Hey, listen.
I thought you were gonna say so far, which I was gonna say yes for sure. that we'll hear, I can't say.
Okay.
But
Okay. Fair enough.
well, I
Uh,
can't say because I don't know all the songs. But
sure. Sure.
I think so far I would agree.
So far, yeah, I think this is like them pushing their boundaries as vocalists. So I gotta give them a lot of credit because I think not only does it take a lot of skill, but I also feel like it obviously takes a lot of like heart and obviously dedication to your craft. So gotta give them credit for that. But the instrumentation in terms of adding like strings and like orchestral arrangements in it, I thought was very beautiful. I think it adds to that sort of emotional value that this song has. Um, and I guess to close out, Ganil did a great job with the lyricism. I thought it was very painful, but I think painful in a good way. So I thought this was really really wonderful. And if this is one of your favorite songs, I can 100% see it. So great track.
Um, I don't have too much to add to that. I guess want to reiterate and add some praise to the vocal harmonies and the vocal layers here. I think
Mm,
they're just super impressive. I'll echo what you guys were saying. And Jooyeon is just an awesome vocalist, and I think this is a really cool song to let him kind of like flex that a bit. I thought the lyrics were very like had a little bit of a pre uh intro to what the lyrics were. I guess like the context of the song. I think the lyrics were very like true to that and felt very personal and easy to like follow along with. And uh it's good. I loved when that final like outro kind of full band came in and how heavily they came in with like the overdriven guitar.
yeah.
Where it was like such a choice to not just come in with an electric guitar or not just come in with like an acoustic guitar, but to like come in with full electric guitar and like overdriven. By the way, I mean in a sense of like where an electric guitar it has distortion to it and it has some like fuzz and it has some grit. But this was like overdrive would be like in this context, like you turn the drive up a lot, so it sounds really fuzzy and really um like almost like it's blowing out the speakers a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like that's the I guess like the kind of sound it goes for, and I think that is done in a specific like intentional way to make it feel like it hits so hard. That's done for like a lot of songs that have like big powerful endings like that where you kind of like turn the instruments up a little bit more than they would be or you kind of like push everything through the ceiling a little bit just to give it like an extra like oomph, like a little extra power. I thought that was a cool choice.
Therese.
So I was looking up a video that had them performing because I wanted to make sure I complimented the right people. And I think Juyeon's vocals are insane. He's like an otherworldly being that's crazy. But also I really liked Jungsu's vocals,
Ooh,
who I believe is the keyboardist
that is correct. Yep.
and or one of the keyboardists. And I also really liked the piano and the strings, which I assume were synthesized. So shout out to both Jungsu and
Odie.
Odie because they definitely they make the song what it is in a way. So huge kudos. I will say like the vibrato is so much. It's so much that it almost gets to like spooky levels. Like it sounds
Mm.
ghostly.
Okay, yeah, I could
But
hear it. I could get, but I could understand what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, but I also don't think the song would sound the same without it. So I think it might be too much, but also it is what it is and I like what it is. So I don't know what that happy
It's
marriage
like
is.
it's like Wu Sung's vibrato.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, a bit.
I was gonna
Like
Yeah.
say in the
like
same
it's
lane. Yeah.
so in your face, but it's like it wouldn't be Wu Sung without it though.
Yeah. But I do think there is like a really you can choose not to use vibrato and create either a more serious tone or just like a different sound. A lot of
Yeah, you're
cases.
right.
Like you don't want to use it all the time. In this case, they used it all the time and it still sounded really good. But I'm wondering what it would have come out to be if they didn't use as much. I think the using it at the end of each extended note was the right move, but I'm just wondering about throughout the rest of the I don't know. I'm trying to nitpick because it's a perfect song, right? It's perfect. What can I say?
What a surprise!
It's a great song, regardless of who ended up co-writing it, I guess.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know.
I think it's obvious. Like Gunil came with the words and the idea, and maybe Young K like translated to make it English. But I think it's still very much the brainchild of Xdinary Heroes, and they are performing it and promoting it, and that's how I'll remember them.
True.
Yeah, so really tough to beat this one for me, but I was having a great time in Freaking Bad and with Haircut. Maybe I'm just in a party mood tonight.
You're on a roll, Therese.
Yeah.
Tracy Henley, thanks for hanging out. Xdinary Heroes and Lucy were on the same episode for the night show. Highly recommend it outside of this deep dive. We'll have to check it out. We also have done a deep dive on Lucy. If you haven't checked that out, go watch it. We had a great time doing that too. So, all right. Casual Chameleon says Gunil does not speak English, or does speak English.
No,
excuse
does.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that
sorry.
makes sense. He went to Berkeley.
I read that incorrectly. Apologies.
Maybe he translated Young K's.
It's a high possibility, honestly.
I think it makes even more sense that this is a fully English song, which I don't think I even noticed. Right?
Yeah.
I just sang along to every word.
I didn't either.
It's good though. Great track. All right. Well, we're gonna keep the great tracks moving, hopefully. And this next one is "Break the Break."
A break.
What a interesting alliteration.
Oh, they're in jail.
닥치는 대로 달려 뭔데 무서운 게 제멋대로 끌어올라 pray for 더 많은 틈이 없어 고삐 불어났어 겁먹은 사람 다 뛰어내려 찢어질 듯한 track 악소리치는 break 눈 돌아가 is close to heaven Why am I thirsty? You know why am I hungry? 실핏줄이 터져도 성에 차지 않아 maxed out Alright, I'm ready. Go, go, go I'm just gonna break the break I want some more, I want some more, yeah I want some more, I want some more, yeah I want some more, I want some more, yeah I'm gonna break the break Give me some more, give me some more, yeah Give me some more, give me some more, yeah Give me some more, give me some more, yeah Got something to break the break Press it down in action They're in wrong direction Try for liberation 핸들을 뻗고 달려, 달려 Press it down in action They're in wrong direction Try for liberation Give the pedal to the metal, metal 에이, 반복되는 괭 음소리 에이, 바로 자극돼 adrenaline Somehow, somehow 거친 길만 driving See ya, break it You can bring me down Cause I never die 넌 뒤쳐져가 당연하단다 눈앞에 뵈는 것은 없고 발이 닿는 대로 drive Let's ride, baby 찢어질 듯한 track 악소리치는 break 눈 돌아가 is close to heaven Why am I thirsty? You know why am I hungry? 실핏줄이 터져도 성에 차지 않아 maxed out Alright, I'm ready. Go, go, go
Ooh, it's a nice double bass.
Oh,
Man.
that was sick.
All right, cool. That was Break the Break from Xdinary Heroes. You're hanging out. Thanks. Much love.
All right, this is my favorite song of the night so far.
Yep, fair enough.
It is so. I feel like it plays with a couple genres, right? But I think where my head goes is like southern thrash hair metal.
Yeah. I can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah,
Like that
for sure.
riff, it's just got that like southern
Yeah.
twang riff, and then with like the some of like the screeches, and I don't know, and just like the drum beat itself is that like that
Yeah.
very like 1 2 1 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's so fun, and like one of those riffs and like instrumentals that just kind of like can't stop from jamming out
Yeah.
and like moving your head to. It's fun. I mean, it's got like a little bit of like I said, like it has that kind of like southern rock, southern hair metal kind of vibe. It's got some metal influence, which is cool. It's got that
Yeah.
really intense, like finger tapping at the end. Actually, something that really caught my attention in this is, and I was wondering how they were going to work it out once I heard how the instrumental was going, was the integration of the keyboard into a song like this. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
realistically speaking, like if I'm a songwriter and I'm thinking at a very like base level, I'm like, oh, there's no room for a keyboard in a song like this, right? It just like doesn't work. It's just like a metal song almost. But I really liked when after that first chorus happened and it like kind of toned down, and he came in with like an arpeggiated little
Yeah.
like kind of like pluck sounding on the synth, and I was like, oh, that actually works really well. It was like a little industrial sounding, as far as like the synth sound goes. And I was like, oh, that actually works. For some reason, that works really well for that part. So that was a cool transition, break things up a little bit. No, I mean, this is really fun. I think the chorus, again, like I mentioned in one of the other songs, is very uh, sing along friendly. You know,
Yeah.
it's very definitely. This has to be like a high energy concert performance, right? I'm assuming this is like a crazy one to see live with all like the solos and just how much fun they looked like they were having performing the song because of how like jammy it is. Because I know like
Mm.
from playing in bands, the songs that have like these really cool riffs, or the songs that you kind of like were jamming to, listening to, are so much more fun to play because you know like you feel that like really fun rhythm.
More
And I don't
connected to
know.
it.
Yeah, they looked like they were having really fun performing it. So I would imagine this song is like high up on their list to perform.
I wouldn't disagree either. Um, Therese, you want to go next, or would you like me to go next?
I'm still
Type it up.
organizing my thoughts.
Okay, cool. I'll go next then. I thought this one was crazy. Was not I kind of did get a little bit of a precursor. My girlfriend said you're most likely going to love their newest title track. So I did get a little bit of a spoiler. I didn't listen to
This
it,
isn't their
obviously.
newest.
Well, I know this isn't their newest. I'm saying just
Oh.
their newest title
Oh,
track.
you just knew that you were going to like more and more.
Correct.
Okay.
This is definitely more in my space of music that I typically listen to before we started doing these K-pop deep dives. So I feel a lot of affinity towards it. It kind of gives me, as I agree with Alex, it kind of gives me that like southern hair metal type feel to it, which is really sick. I also really enjoyed. I gotta give a shout out to my homie here, Junhan. I feel like the guitar playing on this song was absolutely incredible. There was one section of the song in the solo that obviously he's doing like tapping with like either the guitar pick or he's also just tapping with his finger, which I think is really cool and obviously more inspired in that sort of hair metal styling of guitar soloing. But as well as that, he was also using, I don't know if it was the same in the music video. They may have like just used a pedal in replace of it, but basically what he was using was a pitch shifter, which when you hear that like really high like squeal sort of sound, basically he is pitching the sound all the way up in the guitar like as he's playing. So I thought that was really cool and the incorporation of that was really nice. And then not only on top of that, I think he does it a little bit later on in the next part of the solo or like lead guitar work that he has in the song. So I thought that was also incredible and wanted to give him his flowers for that, certainly. Um, but as well as that, I gotta give a massive salutes to Gunil. The drumming in the song is absolutely crazy, so much fun. And then out of the blue, I wasn't expecting that double bass, but man, he really incorporated it and worked it in super well. I kind of had a feeling just because I was like, oh, you know what? He's probably going to put it in there. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But it was a delightful surprise nonetheless. And I think it just adds that sort of, again, that just energy to the track that I love. Probably my favorite part of the song is the pre-chorus. Again, I'm such a Jungsu stan. His vocals sounded incredible in that like pre-chorus break. And then again that anthemic, fun, sing-along-y sort of chorus was also incredible too. So this one's gonna be. I feel like as we go further on into their title tracks, I'm gonna find it to be a little bit more difficult. But I would say this one spoke to me because I'm such a huge metal fan. So I feel like this one spoke to my soul. But Therese, your thoughts?
Really sick. I don't think I've ever heard this or seen this before in my
Ooh.
life,
Okay.
and I missed it. I missed out. I want to get on board. It's really fun, and I feel like I like the consistent storyline that we're getting through these. Where like now they're in jail, they're like I guess getting transported to
A jail
the
cell.
jail or something, and they literally break the brake of the train, and it becomes unstoppable train, which might not be the best plan, guys, but whatever. It made the song more hype for sure. I think I could have used a little more of that guitar solo from SpongeBob. Uh, he's gonna be SpongeBob in my brain now. What is his real name? Is that Junhan?
That's Junhan, yeah.
Okay. I promise I'll remember that as well. But because it was just so good. But I did like what I kept hearing throughout the rest of the song. I also really like um the incorporation of what I called like race car EDM from the synthesizer, and I liked the like low key change they did after the second chorus.
Oh yeah.
Such good like
Mm.
ideas in the studio. And yeah, I feel like there were a lot of K-pop groups that had used Mad Max inspired music videos. And I've never seen Mad Max, but in my imagination, this song seemed the most musically compatible. Would I be correct or not? No. Maybe.
I guess
This is this is the music that I imagined was playing for Mad Max Fury
that's
Road.
fair. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to kind of put it together. Yeah. No, I agree with you. Kind of.
I mean, comparatively
I can see
to
it.
ITZY or who was the other group that did a Mad Max inspired music video? SpongeHon June Bob. I like that.
Is it Mad Max?
Yeah, Mad Max is. Yeah, I agree. I can see where
I feel
Therese is
like it
coming
was a huge inspiration for K-pop groups at one point. But none of them were like
No one took it to
I was
this.
just like, okay. Yeah, they weren't doing this sound, which I was
Yeah.
hoping would happen.
I feel like
Anyway.
I would agree. The music fits the movie series. I would agree with you on that choice.
All right. My imagination was correct.
No one's dressed up as Mad Max characters yet. I'd
Really?
say.
I would say the
sworn-
music. I would say the music. I will give the music a pass for yeah. This could have worked in like a Mad Max-esque soundtrack or something similar. I would
Well, you know what?
say that I
Hire
don't.
me for the Mad Max sequel soundtrack
Yeah.
compilation.
The Mad Max Korean adaptation. Therese
Korean.
will be your sound designer.
Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't say that I see any reference. I wouldn't say that I see any influence in the music video to Mad
Right.
Max, but
Right.
on the opposite end, I could see where the music might be fit for a Mad Max-esque
Yeah.
kind of thing.
We all know that this music video is based off of Train to Busan. Of course.
Yeah, they're just taking the long way.
Yeah, they're taking a long way. Yeah, to the desert.
Where were the zombies?
I'm just making a joke. I just know it's called Train to Busan. That's what the joke was.
It's not
Oh,
zombies
okay,
in
it's
this
not
one.
zombies.
It's desert.
Just
It's
so you
desert
know.
worms.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, it's
It's a
Dune.
Polar
Wait,
Express.
this is Dune, guys.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, Javide
Got it.
says the Korean music festivals love Xdinary Heroes. At 2 different festivals now, people have been moshing to their sets as it was very fun, and some people were even filming in the mosh pits. Woohoo! We love to see it.
Let's go.
That's
We
good.
love a
I-
good mosh pit.
If I ever get the chance to see them, I'm going to
Pit.
I'm gonna take a fan cam from the pit the whole time and
Let's
upload
go.
it on YouTube.
That'd be sick. Let's go.
It's gonna be like a YouTube title, like 4K Xdinary Heroes fan cam, best view,
In a mosh pit.
like yeah, studio mix, and then it's just gonna be me like spinning in circles in the
Oh
mosh
my
pit and like
God.
pushing people.
You're gonna have to add like a spinning warning or some shit in the
Yeah,
beginning of your
me just spinning around, crashing into people that I tower over at like the average K-pop concert.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
Oh, for sure.
How tall are the Xdinary fans? This is
Freaking
something we
bad
gotta know.
mosh pit.
Casual Chameleon says it's hard to tell on the first watch, but they are stuck in a time loop in this video. Breaking the break gets them out of the loop.
Oh.
Oh, very interesting.
Time break.
Time break, yeah. All right, cool.
Loop.
Well, there's so much looping going on.
I'd loop
It's like
this.
Same. All right, cool. Well,
maybe it was a Rick and Morty concept the whole time.
Their concert experience, their concerts be a different story though. It tells me why it looks like random goers to music festivals looking like they have more fun than the fans that go to their concerts. Oof.
Well,
Hmm.
we haven't been to the concert.
Yeah.
So
Xdinary Heroes, come to the States if you haven't already, but if you
we're
have,
about
come
to
back,
ramp it
okay.
up.
We're gonna turn it up. All right, cool. This next one is Pluto. So let's keep it going.
Oh yeah, this is another B-side off the same album.
I'm better off.
Nice delay. Okay.
어차피 나는 더 편해졌어. 넌 괜찮으니까 get lost. 고요하게 찾은 그림자가 난 반가워. 나는 여기에서 위태롭게 빛나는 just floating around in no gravity. 나는 이제 없어 작은 종이 상자에 너와 함께 know me by. For a million miles there's nothing between us. 아무도 가본 적 없다 해도 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 나는 우리가 보이지 않아도 이미 느껴지는 네 우주로 점점 더 다가가 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 것 So don't you dare The fire, the sun is rising higher. 수근거리다 돌아가. They don't see who's on fire. Don't define me, cause you don't know me. 나는 끝까지 run like a glowing star.
There's nothing between us. 아무도 가본 적 없다 해도 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 넌 우리가
보이지 않아도 의미할 수 있는 네 우주로 점점 더 다가가. 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 건 So don't you dare me 아니라는 말은 하지마. Cause you'll be standing 여기 나의 universe. It's getting stronger. 저희가 모든 것들 끊고 shine. I'm burning like a glowing star. I'm burning like a glowing star. I'm burning like a glowing star. So don't you tell me 아니라는 말을 하지마. Cause you're standing 여기 나의 universe. It's getting stronger. 날 가두던 모든 것들 끊고 shine. I'm burning like a glowing star. I'm burning like a glowing star. I'm burning like a glowing star. Burning like a glowing star. Burning like a glowing star.
All right, cool. That was Pluto from Xdinary Heroes. You're hanging out. Very nice.
Something. Do you want to go?
Nope.
I'm trying to figure this out. Something about this song makes me hungry, but not physically, emotionally.
Would you
An
like to expound on
emotional
that?
hunger. I'm trying to figure it out as I speak. I think it has to do with their vocal delivery. Like it's the kind of singing that like entices you to sing along.
Hmm.
But I don't know what I'm singing for, but I feel the yearning. Right?
Huh. Okay. Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but I was going to point out I had this one saved as well. Also did not look at the credits, but a standout credit on this one is Collapsed One. We love
Oh.
Collapsed One.
Very
Yes.
Nice.
I also forgot to look at the last song's credits, but I wanted to point out it was all of the members, and then there's also another writer that they've been using consistently. His name or their name is Sim Unji. So whoever that is, I'm liking it.
Okay.
But yeah, Pluto. And I wasn't really reading the lyrics, so I don't know what it was about, but I felt the feelings. It feels
Okay.
it feels hungry emotionally.
Feels hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like a,
Like
a
it's trying
positive
to
feeling.
pull me. I mean, the feeling itself is not positive, but the way the song makes me feel is positive. Like
Okay.
I enjoy feeling things that songs kind of evoke onto me. It's part of the reason I love music so much is because it can literally switch my mood. And it definitely gives me that kind of effect where immediately I'm like, I'm focusing on something that I shouldn't be focusing on, and I should just be focusing on this song, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
It does say
Sure.
that the lyrics convey a sense of finding personal strength and shining brightly, even in the face of obstacles and doubters. That's why I looked up online.
Ah,
Like people that doubt Pluto is a planet.
Yeah, exactly.
those people are the worst.
Haters. How dare
right,
they?
right.
Sick. Sickening. Oh
We
my
figured
Alright.
it out, guys. It was the gravitational pull of Pluto.
All the way from Earth
Yeah.
here.
I feel it. I like this song a lot. This is very This is fun. You said this is off the same album as the last song we checked out?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I That makes me want to listen to the rest of this album,
Same.
which is probably like the highest praise that a B-side could get, I think, right? Because
I would
like
say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
if you have a B-side and you do a video for it, and then you have like two, like your title track and your B-side that are both like 10 out of 10 songs, it's like, oh well, I have to know what the rest of the album sounds like, right?
Oh, it's the Live Lock album. Okay. Am I
Hmm.
correct? Is that correct, chat? Not that I don't believe you, full.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I have it on Spotify right now.
Hey, let's go.
Add.
Yes, 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 yes.
Well, anyways, what I like about this song, um, what do I like about this song?
Yeah,
Hmm,
Alex, what do you like about this song?
I don't know. I actually
It
really,
makes you emotionally hungry.
no, I actually really don't know what I like about. Like, it has a very nostalgic, like
Okay.
it
Okay.
reminds me of a lot of the songs that I would listen to when in like I don't know, mid late 2000s, like
Okay. Okay. I can
a
see
lot of
that.
like
I can see
those
that.
I don't want to say like post hardcore, but like the bands that were like not quite leaning into post hardcore, but they
Fringe,
were
like the fringe
yeah,
bands.
they were
Yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
like right on the edge a little bit, like the red jumpsuit apparatus type bands.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, we're we got
Yep.
like
Okay.
a big rock like anthemic chorus and a little bit of angst and a little bit of edge, a little bit of heavy. I thought it was cool. I really liked the little stutter kind of thing they did going into every chorus.
Yeah, that was
Like
cool.
they did it with the guitar once. They did it. I think they like cut the instrumental for one part of it. I don't exactly remember. Also, the one thing I thought was really interesting that I thought I hated at first, but then I turned around and actually liked it was the auto tune
Mm.
use in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh, why did we auto tune him? It's so random. But I was like, you know what? It actually kind of works. It actually
Yeah.
kind of gives it a little bit of a different. This is another song where similar to the last one, it's like, where do you have room to give this song some more electronic elements because you have a keyboardist, right? You have a band that needs to make use of all their members.
Mm.
Not that they don't all like for the most part sing, but I think adding something like autotune onto a rap part is like, oh, we're still keeping it like a little bit experimental and we're keeping it a little on the edge of like having some electronic stuff and some I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling. I think you know what I
No,
mean though.
I got you.
He's
Um,
emotionally hungry.
most,
Yeah, I'm emotionally starved right now.
um, I think for me, this was also great. I can see where Alex is coming from. It does remind me actually more so of like certain band, and Alex might get this more dissimilarly to than Therese, but or maybe Therese might surprise me, but like it kind of gives me like the bands that are like coming up in now in this sort of like alternative space of music, like a Rain City Drive, like a kind of more like rock adjacent. I
Yeah,
agree with you. Like
like they're not heavy, but they're also not like you're a regular rock band. Like they're towing
correct,
some weird
yeah.
line with like just being a little bit more like angsty and heavy than like a regular rock band.
Correct, correct. Like they do have kind of like at least production wise, this kind of reminds me of something I would listen to now, but it's so interesting because it's like, oh, this is in Korean. Like obviously it's like maybe more so like I'm picturing this in a different sense instrumentally, and it's like cool. I like feel nostalgia for this song in that aspect or like an affinity towards it because I like that type of genre and I think it like suits them very well. But I think like also in my head I'm like, wait, I'm listening to a K band. This is like not what I expect. So I think it's maybe like that juxtaposition of those two things. I'm not That's not to say that I don't like this song. Like this is definitely a great track, but I think it's maybe like that crossed bound things like as well as that I think other bands like a Cold Rain, I feel like they definitely have screaming in their music, but like also have that sort of like hard rock sort of like anthemic sort of feel, and that's like the only band that I can kind of again put it in a similar sort of passage of. So if you know those bands, shout outs to you, you're awesome. But
Is that
overall,
like trying to categorize Xdinary as a band or this song
I think
specifically?
I think this song specifically, because I didn't really feel that with the previous track. This song specifically, I'm like, okay, this kind of gives me that sort of towing that line between like post hardcore, like alternative type music, and I guess it would make sense considering that again that they did cover My Chem, and I would imagine they are familiar with that style of music. So I think maybe there is that sort of influence that bleeds over into this type of music, which I like.
Because like K-rock isn't its own thing.
K rock is not its own thing. That is true.
Yeah. So
Uh,
is it just not in that realm because of, I guess, the variety of music they've done, or what is the differentiator, do you think?
I think it's just because it's like when I've listened to K bands, it's like there is specific like tonality that they have about their music. Like I know you brought up Day Six, and obviously we talked about Young K with Good Enough. So like I'll use them as an example. It's like I love their music, but I also know inherently like there's a specific styling that I know them for, and it's like not that they're in a box per se, but it's like my brain kind of categorizes it as like okay, I get what they're doing. Like this feels very like K band esque in that genre, where like Xdinary Heroes is kind of like in that gray area between like, oh, they've done covers of bands that I'm familiar with, and so they're like obviously they have a familiarity towards that, but then at the same point they're like still in the same category as like Day Six, where I'm like, okay, they're a K band and they are a part of JYP, so like they have to
Huh.
have like a similar sort of thing. So it's like weirdly enough, they're in that Venn diagram of like I know that they're like in that same sort of ballpark as Day Six, but then also this song specifically is like and Javane said that they cover Drown by Bring Me the Horizon. So if you know that band, that
Right.
also would give more
I have heard that. It's
it
really
would give me
good.
more consolation to I feel like what I'm saying. But anyway, I'll
Okay,
wrap it
because
all up to say
well,
it's
yeah,
good.
continue. Okay.
It,
Because I truly like disagree. I don't think
sure.
that I notice a particular sound with K bands other than they have more influence in Christian rock. That's where I hear a lot of Day
Okay.
Six's influence,
Sure.
and that's where I hear a lot of
Are-
like uh even like Lucy or and Flying.
When we say K bands, are we talking K-pop bands,
That's what I'm trying to figure out because
or
I
are
don't
we
consider
talking
Xdinary kind of
Korean
like,
bands?
yeah,
Because
because
Mm,
I
it's
don't
very two
consider
very different
Xdinary as
things.
like a K-pop band so much. Day Six I do because that's where they
Like
started.
I would never put like N Flying or Xdinary Heroes or even Day Six personally in like the same conversation as like Say So Neon.
Right.
Like,
okay.
very very
I guess
like
maybe more so. Maybe I don't mean to cut you off, Alex. I think maybe more so. It's like I guess I kind of frame them in this capacity because we haven't got. I mean, I've listened to some Say So Neon songs, but like I feel like I frame it in a different perspective because it's like, oh well, this is this and that's that. Where again it's not necessarily like I'm saying this is K band, like these people are K band or they're not K band. Like I just think my brain just in like if I was to metaphorically put them in a bucket, like Xnary
Mm.
Heroes Day
I
6 would go in
think
that bucket, and then like the other
so.
bands that
I
I
think
mentioned before.
you might be suffering from the business side of it
Yes,
rather than just like because to me Xnary sounds nothing like Day Six. Like
I
I
know,
wouldn't
I
put them
agree.
in the same realm at all.
right. Of course not, because K band isn't a genre,
Right.
Correct.
just like
But you just
K-pop
said
isn't a
that
genre.
Xnary kind of like loops in with Day Six, so it's making me think you're thinking of like business wise. They're in the
Yeah,
same business.
I think it's more so I just associate them as bad. Like I like it's weird, but maybe it's just my perspective on it because again, it's jumping into something like this is
I think
arguably
that's how
different.
most people are gonna look at it. You're talking about bands that are from a K-pop label that operate on
Sure.
a K-pop like system, that operate with a K-pop like schedule, and you're talking about bands that organically are just in, I don't know, under like Warner Korea or like Sony Korea or their own
Sure.
indie labels.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's very different. Like they both can be existing in a similar genre or a similar sound and be K bands, but fundamentally, like very black and white. I think.
No, sure. I think I agree with Gunky that we are thinking a little too much into it, but I also agree that it's like I don't think I'm thinking about it in the sense that like I'm like, oh, Xdinary Heroes sounds exactly like Day 6. You know, that's not my concession that I'm making on it. I just think it's more so like I agree with Alex. Like K bands operate on a different thing that's more closely associated in terms of like structure and the way that they I guess go about promotion and stuff to
Right. It's all
K-pop.
business.
It's all business.
I just don't want to
yeah.
perpetuate the boxing of
No.
Yeah.
Musicality wise, they couldn't be farther away from each other. I would argue, but I just meant more so like I think Therese has unlocked it for me. I opened my third eye in this conversation. I think it was the
well,
like the
sometimes
band
people
relation. Yeah.
sometimes people just have to like see the differences that they're referring to
Sure.
with the actual like what they're associating with. Yeah. Anyway, we got
all to
sidetracked.
say, great track. Enjoyed it a lot. If you liked any of the bands I mentioned, also go check them out. They're great too. So, but yeah, that I agree. Very cool. Well, John Renee says, one we are really interesting as a band. They weren't formed by a K-pop label. They came together on their own. It was only later they formed that RBW signed on
that's
to them.
true.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they existed as a band beforehand.
Very
And
interesting.
same as the Rose. They didn't have Wusong,
That's
but
true.
they were a band. Yeah.
Very true. Well, there we go. Thanks for hearing us out on that little segue here, but we're gonna keep it moving here. This one is No Matter, which is the next one. So let's keep it
A
going.
live clip.
A live clip.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
No matter how I feel about me now, no matter how I think about me now, just say my name 이름이 맞지 않도록 끝없이 날 부르고 불러. Here I am, 내가 여기 있다고 쉼없이 끊임없이 날 증명해내봐. Don't let me be a good boy. 뭐든지 해 뭐든 그냥 닥치는 대로. 쉽게 다 잃고만 갔던 미래가 더 멀어져도 날 부르던 환호가
Interesting incorporation of double bass.
Doesn't matter, I'm sure you'll be better. 꺼져가는 건 거치기 두려운 게 나아. 넌 거세게 볼 테니 오늘부터 내게 나를 태워 더 크게 뱉어낼게. No matter how I feel about me now, no matter how I think about me now, just say my name 이름이 맞지 않도록 끝없이 날 부르고 불러. Yeah, I'm falling like tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No, that don't matter 'cause it doesn't matter. Say my name, just say my name louder. Yeah, I'm falling like. What you gonna do? 끝없이 질문해. 너를 들춰내고 들었네 남김없이. 외면했던 널 네 앞에서 원해. 그대로 마주해. 무서울게 뭔데. 쉽게 다 잃고만 갔던 미래가 더 멀어져도 날 부르던 환호가 내 귀에서 더 멀어져도 Doesn't matter, I'm sure you'll be better. 꺼져가는 건 거치기 두려운 게 나아. 난 거세게 볼 테니 오늘부터 내게 나를 태워 더 크게 뱉어낼게. No matter how I feel about me now, no matter how I think about me now, just say my name 이름이 맞지 않도록 끝없이 날 부르고 불러. 'Cause it doesn't matter. Now and forever. 쉽게 간 적 없어. Always in danger. 더 자극해도 돼. It doesn't matter. Now and forever.
All right, cool.
Mm.
That was Xdinary Heroes No Matter. Let's go.
Some really clean playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
I feel like you could have. I feel like they could have bounced this mix into like. They could have just taken this and mixed it a little, and just released it for like an album. You know what I mean? Like it's so close. It's like played to studio perfection, but it sounds like a live clip.
Oh, for real. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that
Yeah.
the way I'm meaning to.
This is where the K-pop training comes in handy.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is like you if they were recording all these individual tracks, these could all be the studio 100% studio takes, and I
Yeah.
would believe it.
Oh,
Like
for
they
sure.
just played everything very perfectly. Even like the guitar solo, like no flubbed notes, nothing off time, nothing off beat. The vocal harmonies were all great. Like all the fills, all the timing, and all their like even that little ending riff
Yeah.
jam thing. It was like
Yeah.
it was like perfect. It was impressive. All while looking cool.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
That is the hardest part. Yeah.
I mean, to play perfectly and actually like look like you're moving and having fun and I don't
Enjoying
know,
yourself.
being a K-pop idol, it's got to be hard, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Therese, you want to go next?
I don't have much to say. I thought it's a sick song. This is like I think this is the B-side off of their full album Troubleshooting. I'm
Okay.
liking the consistency in these coding terms. But they also have Little Things as a track that comes right after this track on the album. So I put this one first because it's the first song on the album. And then the next one we listen to might be the actual title track because it has an actual MV, but is the next one on the album.
Okay.
I particularly liked the pairing of, I believe it was Gaon and Jungsu. Their vocal pairing was really nice. I thought they played on each other really well. And yeah. I mean, all the other members did great as well. I especially liked Gunil's live vocal performance on his
Yeah.
drums. That was cool. Don't get that a lot. But okay, Little Things is the title track. But yeah, I just thought it was a solid B-side then, if this is not the title track.
I also enjoyed this one a lot. It was very surprising to hear Ganil's vocals, which I thought was really nice. He's got this really kind of like low timbre to his vocals that I appreciate. I've also noticed that whenever we've done like K-band stuff, I often gravitate towards the drummer, surprisingly enough. I think I've pretty much been pretty on
You
point
have a
with that.
type.
I might have a type, yeah. I also might be projecting because I would love to play drums, but I cannot do hand foot brain won't work that way. But I thought Keneal's drumming was great as well too. I love the little incorporation of double bass. I wouldn't expect it, but I think it just adds that little bit of extra flair to the track that I appreciate. And I'd imagine with any of their live performances, I imagine they don't kind of do it exactly T for T. I think I would imagine they switch it up to a little bit. So I thought it was really cool. As well as that, I would agree with Therese. I love Jungsu's vocals as well. I thought he did incredible on this song. As well as OD. I also really loved his vocals. I feel like he was pretty standout to me, especially in I think it's the either chorus or pre-chorus. I can't remember exactly, but I think he had some really great vocals as well too. He had some really powerful vocals, so definitely stand out to me as well too. But yeah, overall, very good track. But I'm curious to hear the title track now, so I think we'll probably be getting into that right now, which is very cool. Kaylee says Gwangil to Gunil. Yeah, that's actually accurate. So I'm not gonna place one above the other. They're both great drummers, but very nice. And Javana says that Gaon and Junyon harmonized the first time, and then the second time is Gaon
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jungsu. Okay, second time.
I
All
know who Juyeon is.
right.
I
Excuse
think
me.
we all know who Juyeon is.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get into the next
I was
one.
complimenting the other guy.
Excuse me, Therese. Just little things
I'm
next.
so upset that someone so talented exists in my lifetime. Right?
That's literally every time we do these K band things.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
All right, little things. Let's go.
Do you remember 어리고 부끄럽고 바보 같은 너를 Lost in this fallen 아무도 모르게 숨겨왔던 상처들도 이젠 난 nothing
Great chord phrasing.
Nothing is nothing 별다른 말은 또 없었지 침묵으로 나눈 밤 We're young and so stupid We're young and so stupid Whoa 비록 갈 길은 더 아프게 우릴 찌르겠지만 어찌 보면 너로서 다행이야 희망이란 말로 포장하고 뻔한 거짓말로 피해가는 건 Let's be true I tell you nothing but the truth Do you remember 어리고 부끄럽고 바보 같은 너를 Lost in this fallen 아무도 모르게 숨겨왔던 상처들도 이젠 난 nothing Nothing is nothing 주저한다고 돼 계속 아프지 않게 혼자가 아닌 것만 알고 있은데 꿈을 가진 만큼 힘든 거라고 What you know 넌 절대 겁먹지 않기를 yeah 희망이란
Nice.
말로 포장하고 뻔한 거짓말로 피해가는 건 Let's be true I tell you nothing but the truth Do you remember 어리고 부끄럽고
And the walls will
바보
be streets.
Lost and just falling 아무도 모르게 숨겨왔던 상처들도 이젠 난 nothing
Oh my God, this has water.
널 위한 모든 말들이 무섭고 무겁고 더욱 어렵게 할 거야 모두 아닐 필요는 없어 There's nothing to fear Escape from all doubt
So they are escaping. Okay, okay. I
Cool
thought they
little-
escaped the first two times.
It's cool guitar effect. A little flanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 어리고 부끄럽고 바보 같은 나를 Lost in this fallen 아무도 모르게 숨겨왔던 상처들도 이젠 다 nothing Nothing is nothing No matter where you go No matter how we go I'll never let you go Everything is nothing, nothing
Hmm. All right, cool. That was Xdinary Heroes, Little Things. You're hanging out. Thanks.
Let's go. We got a pop punk song.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is very pop punk coded for sure. Yeah,
It's like pop punk, pop rock.
little emo. Yeah, little
You
emo
know?
twinge.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
emo. It's
Yeah.
raining.
Emo. We're wearing all black
We're
and makeup.
drowning. We're drowning. All right. My first question, a little unrelated to the song, but kind of related. Can anyone tell me, have they ever done like a rig rundown video?
Ooh, that would be
Like
actually really
like
sick.
a like a video where they all talk about what gear they use and their pedals and their effects and their
Ooh.
instruments, because
Yeah.
I'm really curious what some of them are using. Specifically Julian, because he has such a good bass tone and I just want to know what he's using.
So I can
Like
buy it.
I see what bass he's using. I just want to know like what his pedal board looks like, as a little bit of a bass nerd sometimes.
He did have a Dingwall in one of the bass videos,
Hmm.
which is like if you know, it's like
Well,
a
apparently
$3,000 bass. So
Gunil had a YouTube channel before this, so
Well, I know they've
That's true.
got money for pedals and gear that I can't afford. I kind of just want to know for the sake of knowing.
yeah.
fair enough.
Maybe we would have known pre-debut.
Yeah. Um. On this song specifically, I don't really know what to even talk about. It's just really like upbeat, high energy, very very catchy. Like a pop punk song, or like a pop rock song would be. I don't know. I think it hits all the notes. I think it's really fun. Um, I have heard this one before. This is actually probably the one I'm most familiar with because it came up. Sometimes I just put on a YouTube video, like a K-pop music video,
Mm,
and I let it autoplay and just see where it takes me.
mhm,
And this is
mhm.
a song that just happened to come on autoplay once, and I liked it and listened to it like several times. I've watched the video and stuff and come back to it a couple times. So,
Oh,
which is not too common for me to like, I don't know, just pick out a random song from a band I don't really listen to and like keep going back to it. Um, I
I was
want
gonna
to.
I was
Right.
gonna name drop the fandom name. I didn't know it was literally villains.
Is it?
is it?
That's what Google tells me.
That would
Huh.
make sense if they're heroes.
Villains. Yeah, you're an official villain.
So the band are heroes and we're villains.
You need one to have the other or something.
Yin
All
and
right,
yang.
we're not sidekicks.
Yeah, I was gonna
Why
say
are we?
sidekicks.
Why
Yeah,
are we not? Why are we not sidekicks?
that is
I'd,
true.
rather be a villain than a sidekick, let's be honest.
Also, the fact that
Um,
they say everyone can be a hero, then that would
Oh, but
completely
not you,
differ.
you're a villain.
Not
except
you.
us.
Yeah, except if you're a fan of
That's
this band,
funny.
you cannot be a hero.
Villains are
Villains
just
voted on by
heroes with the
fans.
wrong with the
Okay,
wrong state
so
of mind.
was Sidekick already like a taken fandom, or was that up
I
for vote?
doubt
Because
it.
I feel like that is the right, like that's the easy one to land on, right? Like that's the one that makes more sense because villains just sounds like we're gonna fight them.
John Monet has a good point. A hero doesn't always need a sidekick, but a hero will also need a villain. It's true. It's fact.
Okay,
Casual Chameleon said the villain was voted on by fans, so it wasn't
yeah.
even. That's
I'd vote for
crazy.
villain. I'd vote for villain.
We know who the target market
Is
is.
this
It's
like
Therese.
is this some bubble thing? Whoever's on bubble can vote.
Oh, Cacao.
Huh.
Huh.
I like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting choice.
Yeah, I never noticed. I never looked it up.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's a hey, you can turn your life around. We we're all
That's
heroes.
worse though.
It's you can still turn your life around and
You
be a
can
hero.
not suck and you can be a hero. Just remember that.
Do better,
Do
man.
better. By the way, if
Also,
you do watch this and you're an Xdinary hero fan, we are not trying to rail you on the commentary.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
we're
start a
just having
group
fun.
called Straight A's, and then the fandom name will be C+.
Damn. I do want to like we're obviously kidding, but I do want to know from anyone, because I know somebody knows, uh, like why villains was selected or what the
What the
there
other
has to be
options were.
lore. Give me the explanation. Tell me what the other options were. Tell me why the easy go to heroes and sidekicks wasn't chosen. Um,
Oh my god.
yes, Skunky, you are inherently you unfortunately are a bad person now.
Yeah, youthful, like, listen to our music and you won't be an awful person anymore. But the true fans just turn into worse people and become villains.
I will say the rest of the names that could be voted for were pretty garbage. Villains was by far the best one. Sidekicks wasn't an option though, unfortunately. Why?
Because you weren't there, Alex.
You weren't
I'm
there to
sorry I
offer
was so
seconds.
late.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was
I'm
so
here
late.
now.
It's not too late. I've seen groups change their fandom names.
That would be
Oh,
interesting.
also my last thing on this song before you guys talk about it is there is a I'm just gonna make a personal recommendation, a band rec. There is
Ooh.
a pop punk ish rock band. They are called Chemical Vocation.
Ooh.
I don't know where they're from. They're really, really cool, and they have this song is their exact sound to a T. It's like
Oh.
pop
Very nice.
punk, pop rock. The vocal tone and range is very similar. If you like this song a lot, you should check them out because I think you would really, really, really dig them.
There we
Ooh.
go. All right, Alex
Chemical
recommendation.
Vocation.
Chemical Vocation. There you go. Very nice. I guess I'll go next. I enjoyed this one as well. It kind of gives me like it gives me all the vibes of what I is like. I'm curious how far off this was when they covered Black Parade because it does in terms of like the guitar writing and styling feels very like My Chem, like Frankie Iero, like styling wise. Um, a lot of like uh a lot of similar passaging, which is not a bad thing, and I'm not saying that they're copying it, but I really enjoyed them a lot. Um, I thought as well as this vocally, this was really great too. Obviously, I feel like all of their songs are really vocally impressive, but this one was like super catchy, really inviting. And I also appreciate that the music video wasn't like really crazy. I think that they really kind of sold home like a good sort of vibe in this song. Like I really appreciate the like I think it made me appreciate the musicality more where like sometimes the music video can kind of like cloud my decision making on the song where I feel like this one is like the song's good. If you kind of like the vibe of this, you're gonna kind of enjoy the rest of it. Um but then the music video is just kind of a nice accompaniment to that. So I gotta give them credit for this song specifically. Um yeah, I thought this was pretty good. I probably put this like higher mid tier. I enjoyed this one a lot. This was a very well rounded song. I don't think I have much else to say other than that. Therese?
Um, I'd say the same about higher mid tier. I think it's definitely to your point, like a song I would hear in the rain, but maybe that's just the pop punk shining through.
It could be, yeah.
um, I saw someone like wonder if that was real rain. I'd say there looked like way too many raindrops for that to be real rain, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. um, no, I think it's a really fun song. And I am a little bit confused why they're still in jail when it seems like they kept breaking out. But hopefully this will be the last time.
I
um,
have to say my personal pet peeve for music videos is when bands, and I don't think they did this in this video, but on the topic is when bands let their instruments get wet for the sake of a
oh
music
yeah,
video.
the same.
It
I was
is
like,
my personal hell is seeing
yeah,
someone's like amp get rained on or drums get rained on. I'm like,
and like,
I know
Oof.
we're just throwing that away
yeah,
and like maybe it's like broken gear or something, but like, hey, come on, like
yeah.
I could
I
use an extra bass. Like
I was gonna say the same thing because I know at the when they were in the jail cell and like that huge thing of water fell. It looked like it was in front of them.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
thank God. Whoosh. And then like you pan over to like them outside and the instruments were literally wet. I'm like, why did you leave them out here? And I realized it was probably just like stage props, but oh my God. Every time someone talks about like, oh, I can't wait to see this person. It's gonna rain. They're gonna play in the rain. I'm like, oh, that poor person.
Well, yeah, I mean that's bad too, but I guess I'm more so meant like there was this trope in like old like metalcore and like
Yeah. Oh
post-hardcore
yeah. Oh
videos
yeah.
where they just loved playing in the rain. And I mean
No.
Yeah.
pouring rain on instruments, on gear,
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
drums.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm like, I know we could have done something better with all that gear. Come on now.
So Alex does not like water in the context of instruments.
If you're gonna have water, you can dance in it. Better keep
But
the instruments
not,
away.
yeah, keep the instruments out.
Yeah.
They could be dancing with their guitar held up like hee hee.
No electronics in the water.
But that was like the
Uh.
and Alex. Actually, I guess that's not true. Maybe other people might get this, but it's like the Under Oath music video where they like had the whole thing like under, like they were in a
Yeah.
pool or something, and the whole like shot was like flipped under, and it was just entirely wet. I was like, oof, that is rough. Javanese did clarify my point, and they said that they think it was the My Chem cover was in the Freaking Bad era. Okay, so I was off by one, I believe. So,
All right.
Youthful.
So
I do hate rock stars breaking guitars also. Yes, I absolutely hate that.
we're
Like
breaking
if
all of
they
that.
use a prop guitar, use a broken guitar, and like because they're breaking like thousands of dollars of guitars, and it's like you can just donate that to like kids that need instruments. You know what I mean? Or like donate it
Yeah.
to or like sell it or donate it to charity or something. It's like I hate the wastefulness. It really bothers me.
That's fair.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna move on because we have 3 songs left.
Yeah.
Didn't keep track of the time, but the next 3 songs are off of these little like singles that have been coming out for the past. I don't know how long. Has it been like a single a month? Are they doing the like every day 6 thing, or is this a different project? I
Huh.
don't know. Apparently I missed one. I'm sorry about that. We'll react to it at some point. But we got Boy Comics, Love and Fear, and Instead. So
Okay. Cool.
once a month. Gosh,
Ooh.
that is a lot.
Ooh.
That is asking a lot of these poor guys.
Damn. All right, let's go. We'll get into Boy Comics now. Okay.
Hey 거기 멈춰서 있는 소년 괴물에게 둘러싸 고개를 숙인 채 이를 가며 함없이 땅바닥만 보네
Oh, it's the strawberry cake.
왜 이렇게 돼버린 건지 싫어 but I can't give up 이 주인공은 바로 나니까 설마 희망 반반 결국 이겨야만 해 마지막과까지 최악의 상황이 주먹을 뻗는다 몇 번이든 상대가 나가 떨어질 때까지 큰 감동과 눈물을 쏟아져와 본을 이루하여금 절대 잊혀지지 않도록 I will make you
Is he using a talk box?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
He is me in middle school.
That's interesting. fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nothing's impossible, impossible for me to be impossible. 쓰러져도 마지막엔 일어나, I'll never die.
Ooh.
Oh no. I was rooting for her. That's sweet.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks like a delicious slice of cake.
That's a good looking strawberry cake.
Yeah. All right, cool. That was Xdinary Heroes Boy Comics, if you're hanging out.
That was good.
That was really
Got a
fun.
little.
Yeah.
We got a little heavy.
A little heavy, yeah.
Had a little bit of a breakdown there for a second. It was cool. I've seen this music video before. I actually remembered I remembered that I saw the music video before I remembered that I've heard the song before, because I remember really liking the music video.
That's
Because
nice.
it's very fun and wholesome and playful. The song itself is really good though. I don't know what really needs to be said about it. I really like that, like you mentioned at the end, that guitar lead, like a little bit of descending guitar lead, with like the harmonies, and then at the very end when the vocals were descending with the guitar, I thought that was really really sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just fun because it's like it's a fast song, and it's a fast music video for like the parts that it's fast. It does a really good job of like pairing the video with the I think the sentiment of, or the like the motion of the song. Uh Usually I really hate pauses. I really hate noise in the music video. I hate stuff that is not just the track. You know what I mean? Like uh I don't know, like a pause before a chorus, or sounds thrown into the for the sake of the video. I
Sure.
really liked the loudspeaker effect in this song though. Like
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
I usually don't like stuff like that, but I thought in the context of like them running through the hall and playing in the room, and then it like going over the loudspeaker and having that huge like blown out small speaker sound, I was like, oh, that's really hype. That's cool. I like that a lot.
I agree. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Therese, you want to go next?
Yeah. I really like the descending melody of this song. I think it takes a lot of twists and turns, and it usually in descending melodies, it brings the energy down, and this one kind of ramped the energy up in a way. So I don't know what specifically causes that. I think it's because it's not like a chromatic descending. It's more like minor into major ascending, I guess. I don't know. It's so beautiful, and I love the kind of like orchestral composition going on behind it, when I know it's just like a lot of either synthesizers and rock band instruments that are playing the same chords at the same time, but it adds so much more sound. And I love that. And I also really like the portion when they were playing over the loudspeaker of the school. That's one of the best.
Yeah.
I've been
They-
paying a lot more attention to them with these music videos coming out. I can't believe it never clicked to me like, oh, they're doing one a month. I was just like, why do they keep dropping one banger each month? This is so frustrating.
They do a really good job of utilizing their numbers
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
to make the right amount of
Yes.
noise or lack thereof when necessary.
I agree. I'll keep mine short and sweet. I love the like heaviness of this song. I think it works really well. Obviously the other song that I was looking up in our playlist, to Break the Break, kind of obviously not in the same sort of, I guess, metal fashion, but I appreciate that. Again, it's paying homage to that sort of heavier sound that they haven't really quite broken into as of yet, but I think like they've obviously included it in a lot of their musicality. So cool to see it a little bit more at the forefront. I really loved that one section that Jun Han does with which is what I exclaimed in while watching the music video, was that like talk box. So basically it's this tube that goes into your mouth, and you play the guitar and it matches like any like oohs or ahs or however you like vocalize it. It gets transferred through
Wow.
the guitar and gives you that sort of sound. So
It's a weird one.
it's a weird one. It's very niche, but I appreciate Junhan's choice of using a lot of cool effects in their music, and I want to feel like that doesn't go unnoticed by me. But I also really enjoyed again Gunil's like drumming. I think he really crushed it, especially in that like bridge section where everything kind of slows down. I just think it is all like it's all focused in on him, and I think he kind of just steals that moment for me in this song. So I love that. And also this is just great high energy track. I think it really works well with their sound and their vibe. And I was kind of surprised they haven't released a song like this earlier on in their discography. So I think that it was really cool to hear this one, and obviously to me it's one of the standout tracks. So I will be going back and listening to this one again for sure. So
And also, if anyone's like wondering about talk boxes, think like Daft Punk,
yes, that's a good
like
representation.
infamous use of talk box.
Yep. Correct. All right. Very nice. We're going to keep it moving. The next one we have is Love and Fear. So let's keep it rocking.
I like this one.
Ooh, that pitch shift again.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
너랑 같다고 느낄 때
I wonder what tuning they're in.
천사가 된 날 위로해 새벽으로 날 밀어낸 뒤 손을
Juyeon
내밀어
using a
날
5-string.
꺼내. 내 맘을 요리하는 맘차 끝없이 펼쳐지는 단자 숨도시 켜널 계속 찾게 어느새 머리 잘 먹네 아무리 뛰어도 시작점으로 돌려놔 낯설을 고하면 내 거꾸로 뒤집어놔 내 머리에 너가 새긴 문자 You're the only one for me 넌 계속 내가 널 포기하는 걸 포기하게 만들어 This world always gives me love and fear 인정해 난 나약해 너에게 묶인 채 되려 기뻐해 Please please let me give you smile and tear 지금이 두근거림 설레임일까 두려움일까
Ooh, this is nice.
널 향해 뱉는 이 숨 안심일까 탄식일까 빠져나오려 할수록 빠진 나를 봐이 사랑의 시작에 단 한 번만 날아가 내 머리에 너가 새긴 문자 Only you can control me 넌 계속 내가 널 포기하는 걸 포기하게 만들어 This world always gives me love and fear 인정해 난 나약해 너에게 묶인 채 되려 기뻐해 Please please let me give you smile and tear Bring it on
Wow effect. Love it.
넌 계속 내가 널 포기하는 걸 포기하게 만들어 This world always gives me love and fear 인정해 난 나약해 너에게 묶인 채 되려 기뻐해 Please please let me give you smile and tear
Don't tell me this is the end. What the fuck? No!
Song's too good.
Oh, fuck. All right, this is Xdinary Heroes, Love and Fear. Oh,
I just looked at
that
the credits.
hurts. This hurts so good.
I just
All
looked at
right,
the
who
credits,
cooked? Who
guys.
cooked on this one, Therese?
Yeah.
I'm
Who
so
cooked?
sorry. I think all of my favorite songs are Tay-6 songs.
Oh no, is it okay again?
It's not Young K.
Oh god.
It's Hung Ji-sung,
Oh.
which, if you know, writes almost every single one of Tay-6 tracks.
You can't escape it.
Ah!
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I swear. I really liked all of the other tracks we've heard, to be clear. Except for Happy Death Day. Not a fan of that one.
That's fair.
But it's really unfortunate that this is a song written by all of the members, and then the one producer and songwriter that isn't the members is Hung Ji-sung, and he's just so goated. It's not even fair. They know what they're doing. um I'm trying to look because the previous song was also written by him, or written with him, I should say, because the members are taking part. And the next one will also be, or not the next one. The one that I forgot, Save Me, was also written by him. But
Oh man.
the
Okay.
one after this is not written by him. But this is like one of my favorite songs. I think it's so good.
Oh, it is so good.
I think it
agree.
provides the perfect amount of noise to drown out the entire world. And it's just me and this track. And I'm over here singing, "Woo, woo." And I love it. I love every bit of it. I love the pre-chorus. I think the pre-chorus actually plays on the melody that I was, not like the exact melody, but a variation of the melody in the previous track. And then it gets into the Love and Fear. So good. I'm not gonna say anything else. I can't praise this track. It's a Day-6. No, it's still very much like Xdinary Heroes,
Huh.
but I can't unhear him. You know.
That's fair. Okay, it just looks like it's actually in standard tuning, which I was surprised because it doesn't sound like it's in standard tuning. So, for all you guitar
Hmm.
nerds,
Well, what in one of the previous songs, Julian was playing a 5-string. He was only playing a
was.
4-string in this one, so not definitely not as
One
heavy.
string less is how much I like.
Well, I mean, the context there is like you play a 5-string bass when you need to go lower tuning.
Oh, gotcha.
So, noting the 4-string bass is like, all right, well, it must not have been tuned down, I assume. That song was fun. I don't really have. I honestly, I liked the beginning, like the intro to the song, the most
Mm,
of the whole song because it was a very aggressive intro.
yeah,
I thought it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool instrumentally. I thought it was very fun. The rest of the song was good. Maybe not unique enough to really make it stand out a ton, but very fun regardless. Still a very solid song. I liked like the kind of notes of like hard rock we got in
yeah,
this one. It's
yeah.
it's it's a little more edgy. And I sort of, I guess a lot of their videos have been, especially the more recent ones. I really like their um videos like this that are a little bit more like performance videos. Not that their
Mm,
full on music videos are bad or anything. Obviously, I like the one in the school. That was great too. But I really like just watching them jam for a couple minutes.
It adds. It
yeah.
Yeah.
adds to the enjoyment.
I think for me, this one's very up there for me. I want to give it more listens, but if this is the song that my girlfriend had told me I would enjoy, then she is correct. Because I thoroughly enjoyed the instrumentation of this. I gotta give another again shout out to Junhan. His guitar playing on this song, specifically the solo, was really great. I'm pretty sure he's using like a wah pedal to get that like that crybaby wah effect. Just look it up. It's really cool. But yeah, he's getting that sort of tonality from that, which I really like. And I also appreciate a lot of like descending melodies in the song. I think they did a great job of like obviously incorporating that and giving it that sort of full sound by adding a bunch of like vocal layering onto it. I think it gives that like fullness to the song that I really appreciate. I feel like this could definitely fit into more of a like J rock, J metal sort of category. Like I think this could be a good like OST song, intro song, I would argue. Um but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this song a lot. I will probably go back and listen to this like 20,000 more times. So, uh, very excited. This was a good one. So, all right. Well, we're gonna move it on to the last one of this playlist. If we did miss any, or you would like us to do more, let us know, and we could definitely check it out. But the final one is Instead, and this one features YB.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm trying to look up the
Who is
Wikipedia.
YB?
Jaminez says, "Oh,
Oh.
go ahead."
Does the fan have a?
It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yoon Do-hyun is the lead singer of the rock band YB, which is a legendary rock band in South Korea. They've been around since the 90s and have multiple hits that are loved by the public to this day. It's amazing they got to collab with the legend. So,
That's sick.
Well,
very
nice.
Yeah.
all right, let's go. Let's get into it. Wow.
You stare at me like I'm brain dead. Dr. Benders came with me. Think I'm suffocating underwater, ready to empty promises and lies and me paper cuts. I'm okay, I'm not afraid. When my lungs collapse, it's overkill. To whom you wrote, I hope they choke on the words that broke me. And when the ghosts keep playing dead, but my tongue is dead.
Wow.
Let it bring the open ones in you, fighting instead. Every breath that kills you cold became my competitive bed. Oh no, the feeling, something breathing under my breath, something beating next to my head instead. You always pick the best times to drop every verse line, celebrate the scars and wants to come. Came in like everything is breaking, one blown, go big, double eye. To whom you wrote, I hope they choke
That section was
on
sick.
words that broke me. And when the ghosts keep playing dead, but my tongue is dead. It's dead. It's dead. Let it burn the upper walls and you, but instead. I'm empty and feel me reach out. I can't be loud when no one knows. It's dead. It's dead. Let it burn the open ones in you, fighting instead. Every time it comes you down, became my very dead. I know the feeling, something breathing under my breath, something breathing next to my head instead.
Wow. Holy shit.
Damn.
Not what I was expecting at all. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't say I was expecting that, to be honest.
Wow, wow, wow. All right. This is Xdinary Heroes Instead featuring YB. So, very cool.
I'm curious if YB did the collaboration musically or if it was just the featured vocalist that was the collaboration.
Hmm.
If anyone knows.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure someone will
I'm
know.
looking at the other credits and the math isn't mathing, guys. Because, like, maybe so the other credits on this are all of the members and Kairos,
Just a
Nico,
vocalist.
Nico Young, and Versatoy. Versatoy has worked with Stray Kids a lot, but
Mm.
we never got anything close to this.
I was gonna say.
Kairos has worked with a lot of JYP artists, but none of them were ever like this.
This is
So I'm
kind
like,
of
who?
yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
must have been the members, right?
well, I think that there's a lot of similarities between metal and various genres of like EDM.
I agree. Yep. Hmm.
Very, very distinct, almost one-to-one writing styles and instrumentation and stuff for a lot of that kind of stuff. That's why you will see like a lot of metal artists become EDM artists, or a lot of EDM artists and a lot of pop stars come from like a metal background, or like be like big metal
Oh.
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
If like formulaically, there's always a lot of similarities. I don't really
Mhm.
know if that. I don't really know anything about these producers, so I don't know if that
Right.
is a
Well,
tie. But I have to assume that the members themselves, based on the songs they've been covering and writing,
yeah.
have to have some, at least some of the members, some interest in some metal songs, right? They're covering My Chemical Romance. They're covering Bring Me
Mhm.
the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon's a metal band
Mhm.
Hmm.
at
Right.
their core. So I'm gonna assume that it's with like the songwriters and members' influences. They're just like, hey, we have this feature from a heavy metal band. Let's write a heavy song, because you know that the members are capable of it based on their listening, their playing
Yeah.
ability, and their listening history. I think.
That makes sense
So
because
I
I'm
wouldn't
I'm
doubt
just
it.
like, why can't we get some of this in like Itzy or Stray Kids? Like, I'd be so down.
Yeah, every once in a while you see like metal peek through with some K-pop stuff, like,
Yeah.
but it's
80s
always
Gorilla.
hit or miss, right? Like ATEEZ has done it. Pink
Yeah.
Fantasy has done like screaming and metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Dang, I hope they get to
can't
do
think of
more.
who else off the top of my head, but it pops a Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher,
I was gonna say
of
Dreamcatcher.
course.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Dreamcatcher, g- goes toes heavily into metal and some of their stuff. Um, yeah, I think that seeing them, and obviously I think it like makes a lot more sense for a band to do it, right? Like it makes more
Mhm.
sense for a band to have a metal song with screaming than it does for Pink Fantasy. Just as a, I don't know, a one-off example. But I would love to see this become a more common or more acceptable kind of thing. And I think it seems like it sort of is over time, because people, as far as I'm concerned, love Gorilla by ATEEZ, and that has like a whole like aggressive screaming section.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Because I feel like several years ago, if you had like I don't know who was active years ago, an A Pink song where they had screaming in it, people would be like, "Oh my god, A Pink's done for."
That's fair.
But
Yeah.
now, if you had like I don't know,
Oh, G Idol. They should
yeah,
do this.
Ooh, that would be
an
interesting.
Islet track comes
Yeah.
out. An Islet track comes out and it has like a metal breakdown at the end. People are like,
Oh
"Oh my
my
god,
gosh.
they're innovating! They're innovating!"
And meanwhile, Alex and I are here like, ooh, metal.
I'm just sitting back in my chair, like, I've been here for
I don't know.
years,
I've been here. Yeah. Welcome to the club. Yeah.
smoking a cigar.
I'm still a metal baby.
It's all
I
right.
want more.
Therese, why don't you go next? I'll go. I'll wrap it up. I think
Okay, I'm still a metal baby.
that's all right.
But I really like this sound. I think it I especially liked the screaming of the of YB or
Yeah.
Yoon Do Hyun. I think
Sounds good.
it sounded really good. I think it added a lot to the song. It gave it that extra edge that the instrumentation called for. Um what else can I say? Like I feel honestly, the thing that surprised me the most was the styling choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Like
agree.
the sound
And
itself seems like a natural progression, but this like people came out wearing the stuff that I thought was just for the thumbnail. I was like, whoa. I didn't think
uh,
this was real. Now you need a haircut, man.
I don't think I actually said anything about the song. So I just want to
Oh
say
yeah, go
that
ahead.
the only thing the song is really good, by the way. I don't. It's somewhere in my top. I haven't heard it
Mm,
before. I
okay.
wasn't expecting this. I didn't know what, like it said, like a big band in the '90s. I was thinking it was going to be like a guitar feature or
Same.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was very pleasantly surprised. And the only thing I was hoping for once I heard the screaming was that one of the members was going to come at the end to do the screaming like with him, like a layered scream or something.
Oh,
I was
that'd
like,
be
oh,
tight.
that'd be
Oh.
so cool if one of the members
And then
screamed.
Hong
And
Jun comes out of nowhere.
oh my god, yeah, um, yeah. And the styling choice was uh, it was odd for the direction. Okay, so when I saw the styling, that lined up with the whole like 90s,
Yeah.
80s, 90s thing, but it was like a modern metalcore song.
It was for
So I
sure.
was
Yeah.
like, I think we're a little off with the styling. I think we're in the wrong decade. Especially the one member, I couldn't even tell who it was, who had like the teased kiss hair glam
Tell
rock.
us
Oh
who it
my god.
was,
It was
chat.
Um,
it's Junyan.
that
Oh,
was
The
it
bass
was
Juyeon.
Jun.
part. Yeah, yeah, it was. Yep.
That was Juyeon. All right,
Yep.
Juyeon,
He's
I've
trying to make
praised
himself
you.
unrecognizable.
Juyeon, I've praised you in every single other track that we have covered tonight. This is the one where I have to break it to you. That style was not it.
You know what? You can't have taste and talent in the same
Just this song.
This was his fault of the night.
body.
Oh my
Everybody
god.
gets one.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess I'll get into my thoughts about this. This one definitely took me by surprise. I again was not expecting it. I kind of had a feeling they were going to get into like obviously the previous song was like more kind of like hard rock like in that sort of space. And I really enjoyed Love and Fear, but this like takes it to a completely different level of like metal that I wasn't really particularly expecting for them to do. And almost in some points gives me like a little bit of new metal vibes, which is I feel like is pretty common at least now in terms of like modern metalcore. It also gave me like a light Linkin Park vibe. I think it's also probably because again the synthesizers, like the rapping, like that is just very commonplace for that genre, and obviously Linkin Park being one of the pioneers of that genre, so I got to give him a salute. But this was very interesting. I would love to go back and give this a listen. I really enjoyed it on first listen. I thought YB was great. The screaming was definitely out of bounds, but like in the best and coolest way possible. Um, but yeah, I thought this was really really tight. Definitely in my lane of music as well. So yeah, I'd probably put this one up pretty up there. But yeah, I appreciate the fact that I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel so seen by them as a group. Like I know we have covered like a lot of like K bands, but like this one I feel like the most assimilated to because they are covering artists that I either love or have listened to for a long time. So I think to me it's cool to see that artists now are taking influence from bands that I still love and listen to and still have high regards for. So I appreciate that they're doing that, and I hope that they don't kind of just use this as a catapulting piece. Like maybe they incorporate it more into their music. So I'm very excited to see the future of Xdinary Heroes. And yeah, very tight.
I feel like this is a band that's been most closely associated with like classic rock or heavier rock
Yep. I
than out
wouldn't
of any
disagree with
one.
that.
I mean, the last band we covered had a freaking violinist as their leader.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I'd love to see them do metal.
I think it's a cool bridging of gaps. Like I think this is like this is like the group
We
I would
loved
choose.
Lucy, by the way.
I was gonna say Love Lucy. But I feel like this is a cool gap because I think it does like what I love about Dreamcatcher. I feel like Xdinary Heroes is doing that in the same capacity, and it's just cool to see that. And I think Javanese says like that passage between like metalheads and loving K-pop, that pipeline. And I feel like Alex and I are both in that sort of like pipeline of like doing this. Like this is the sole reason why I started doing this. So like it's cool to see almost in some way a little full circle in that aspect. So that's the best way I
Right.
could probably close it out. But top three.
Top
It's gonna
three.
be
This is
this.
the moment of truth.
This is so difficult.
I don't know about this.
All right,
one.
I'm just gonna rip a top three
Okay,
and not
go,
think
go.
about it because
Go.
I know that I think I really have like 4 or 5 that are contending.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna just say instead, Little Things
Ooh.
and Freaking Bad.
Oof.
And I'll say it was between
Pretty good.
Freaking Bad and Break the Break.
Oh, that was also what I was debating.
Uh,
I'm still debating. So if I didn't look at the credits before the stream, I would have said Good Enough, Love and wait, what was it? Love and Die or Love and Fear. And then
Fear, yeah.
I was debating the same too, Alex, but I think for tonight, if we're talking about just tonight, I'm still gonna add Love and Fear. It's too good to not add. I'm also gonna add Break the Break, and I think now it's between Pluto and Freaking Bad. But I'm gonna say Pluto because they made me feel something.
That's tough. All right, this is gonna hurt. I feel like this one's difficult. I'm gonna say Boy Comics.
That's good.
I'm gonna say Break the Break. And I'll be a different. Strawberry Cake would be my
Oh, I
third
thought you were
one.
gonna say haircut.
No,
Get a haircut.
strawberry cake. It was great. I was really surprised by that. I would say honorable mention. I'll probably say honorable mention instead. I feel like that was really good.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I
It's definitely gonna be in my list.
I will say Good Enough is a very great song. It's just surprising now given like they've done like more like heavier stuff.
Yeah.
It feels like a big outlier, but I mean, hey, listen, I'm not really surprised.
This is just making me realize that I miss the past couple albums by them and I need to listen to them way more.
Yeah. So, very cool. Thanks for joining us for Xdinary Heroes. If you did vote, much appreciated to y'all. We love that. So, very, very cool. In terms of the next group we're going to be covering, I believe we are doing Triple S on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time here. So come hang out.
It's true.
And then the following Monday will be N-Hypen on Monday. So come join us for that if you're an N-Hypen stan. Also, if you are new, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Come join us on Discord. That's the best way for us to keep in touch with y'all. So, and our next poll and stuff, you'll be able to, get a little bit more votes in. So that's always really tight. Thanks to all the villains for hanging out. That was much appreciated.
And I'll
yeah.
say anybody here who may or may not be a Triple S stan or know a lot about them, none of us know a single thing about Triple S. So definitely need some help building a playlist. If anyone would like to make a playlist, if anyone would like to give recommendations for a playlist, it would be
I know
helpful.
that I choose to not check out their comebacks anymore. So this will be a challenge for me.
Okay. I don't
Woohoo!
choose to not check them out, but I have only heard like 1 or 2 songs from them just because I can't keep up with new girl groups all the time.
It's hard to
And when I
keep
see 24 members, I think
It's a
it's
lot.
like a little bit of like stay away.
Yeah. Not a fan.
All right, you.
But yeah, come hang.
Yeah, good. Therese had to keep
Convince me otherwise.
This is gonna be a very convincing time period for everyone.
Gatorade for
I think there's one
Wednesday.
song, Rising or something that
That's the one I like. Yeah.
Okay. I really like that song, and I don't think I know many others. But yeah, we'll take recommendations for a playlist there.
Yeah, speaking about recommendations, if you have some good ones for Xdinary Heroes, make sure to leave them in the YouTube comments. That's the best way to let us know, and I'll be checking them out. So feel free to
And
let me
drop
know
your
what your
villain
favorites.
names.
Yes, drop your villain names if you would like. But
Mine
yes,
is officially Dr. Bad News.
anyway, on that note, thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next stream on Wednesday. Have a good time, so y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.